Right, so let's do, well, first of all, as we're introducing Craig, Craig, your character has just wandered into the town of Graymoor, and you've spent a number of days traveling here. You've been sent from a place called Bain Gate, which is a city far to the south, and you've arrived here by mule or pony or something along those lines. So you've had to
Pony.
Okay, so you've had to endure the overworld for some time now, and it's freaking cold. It's been nothing but hail and rain and ice and snow and freezing conditions. So you're well wrapped up in your woolen blankets and furs and what have you. And when you arrive, basically you come down over this pass called the Frostmoor Pass, and it's all storm clouds and what have you until you get down into the plain. And it's this flat, icy plain that goes on forever, as far as you can tell. You've heard many people have gone missing here and what have you in this plain just by wandering off the path. So you stick to the path as well as you can, I assume, and eventually you get to the town. And as you're riding into the town, you see you see people rushing across the street from the tavern and from various other residences, and people are running around knocking on doors and calling people to come out. You see this half-orc come out of the tavern and quickly strapping on a sword, and is running across to the temple on the other side of the square. In the square, there is the statue of this halfling. I don't know whether you saw the video for session 2 or session 1 or anything, if you had a chance to look at those or not, in which case you might have had some of these descriptions before. But anyway, there's a halfling, paladin, full plate armor, holding a sword like this in the middle of the square, the statue. And behind that is this temple with the doors currently closed in front of the temple. And you can hear some sort of commotion going on inside. Further down the street to your left, you see there's a group of people hovering around what looks like a dead body. Oh, actually, that's not true. She's inside, isn't she?
Yeah, she's in the temple.
She's in the temple, okay. So basically, I got to figure out how to get you inside the temple now. That's going to be tricky. I hadn't thought about that.
Did you say that there was someone coming out of the tavern wielding a sword, a half-orc?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, well, basically, I'm a gnome of action. So as soon as I see that this half-orc is doing what they're doing, I'm basically just going to join in.
Okay, so everyone's heading for the temple doors.
Oh shit, he's going to fight us.
they're trying to knock the temple doors down. And when they see you, she looks quite confused. She turns around and says, "You, who are you? What you doing in Graymoor?"
I'm only like 3 feet tall, so
And you're on a pony, right?
Yeah, I'm on a pony. I'm lost.
Now you do have. You got the handout that I sent you, right?
Oh yes. Sorry. Yep. Oh yeah. I'll sign anything.
You just sign anything. Nice. Okay. All right. So meantime,
I have this.
You have this. Okay.
Yeah.
She looks at it. You must speak with Oswald. Oswald's in tavern. She points back to the tavern.
Okay.
Okay. Well, about that point, this man in this long black fur coat that goes down to his ankles with a fur cap on his head steps out of the tavern, and he's coughing as he steps out.
I know.
And he starts kind of lumbering in your direction. "What's all this?" he says. "What's going on?" Sag, or the half-orc, turns around and she says, "Erin dead! Someone kill her! One of your men!" He's like, "Don't be preposterous! That's ridiculous. Not such a thing could have happened. Who's this? Ah, I know who you are. Do you have your letter?"
Yes.
He snatches it out of your hand and looks at it. "You have to find a way into the temple, I believe." Someone's talking to him at the moment. You're not picking up everything because there's too much going on. But the half-orc tells him, Temple door is locked. They inside with Father Dalagar. Maybe they kill him. We don't know. Maybe they imposters.
Maybe they are.
He reads the letter. He hands you the letter back again. He says, "You better keep this."
I fold that, put it in my pocket.
He says, "We have to find a way to get you in there."
Well, I'm very small.
I had actually, just a reminder, at the end of last session, I had just sent Lilium off to go get Oswald, who needed to be made aware of what was happening. So there's probably a little fairy flying around looking for him at the moment.
Right. Okay. So the fairy. Yeah. Right. So at this point, then that's perfect. You see this tiny little sprite, Craig, goes zooming up to you, and it starts talking to Oswald actually, and spins around them a couple of times and looks at you like, "Who's this?" And then you hear this. You hear the buzzing of her wings and what have you. This is complicated. Trying to get you. Okay, so let me think about this. She doesn't really talk, really, does she? We haven't really had her vocalizing very much.
No, she can kind of go and whisper in someone's ear, but
right,
that's about it.
Sense. Okay, so she goes and whispers in Oswald's ear. That makes perfect sense. Okay, and he says, "All right, we will send Lillian back inside. Perhaps they can open the doors if they know that you're here." And he says, "You better go now." Over to you.
To me?
Yep, over to you.
Okay.
They send you to the
No
temple.
pressure.
Okay.
Send me to the temple. I'm going to the temple.
All right. Meanwhile, you guys are about to open up you've just opened up the big statue, right? Everybody else? Is everybody present?
Yeah, I was helping for the moving of the statue, and I think we had done a really good role, and that was fine.
Yep.
Right.
We managed to move it.
You certainly did. You did move the statue. That's true. Now, as you move the statue and you're standing there, you get this overwhelming sense of dread just rolls over you. And about that point, Lillian comes zooming back in again. So can we just make sure everyone's got their names for their characters up? I'll just put Barry's to Milford.
Craig, if you right-click on your name, you can change your nickname. You know, if you rename. And
rename,
and write the name of your character.
Yeah. Man, I hadn't thought about this part. Getting everyone into the same spot I had forgotten the door was locked.
I hadn't gone over to the statue at this point, and I was still by the door anyway. So if Lillian's come in, I'm probably standing right next to the door.
Perfect. Okay, so Lillian comes in and she whispers in your ear that there's another one of your compatriots is here. Another justice warden is at the door.
Oh, amazing! Shit's basically just hit the fan, so we could use all the reinforcements we can get. I'll go unlatch the door, and open it and look out and probably not see anyone, and then look down about 2 feet, and then clock eyes with the gnome.
Yep. What does this gnome look like?
Well, he's a deep gnome, so he's very grey, very bald. He's about 150 years old. And he looks like a miniature Conan.
I am not laughing, actually.
He is carrying a great axe, hand axe, great axe and a hand axe, and he looks kind of cute, but at the same time kind of menacing, but in a small way.
Right. Quite absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Well, I'll stick my hand out and then kind of take it back, and then stick it out and take it back, and not really know what to make of this short barbarian gnome. Be like, Malice, hi, nice to meet you.
I kind of do the same thing, but I'm kind of doing it upwards.
Shit's gone down. Someone's just died. Full disclosure, we think they're a werewolf. There's a big bad guy in this temple, and we've just found some sort of hidden crypt. We're in over our heads right now. Can you help?
Oh, yeah, totes.
Great. What can I call you?
Smelvet. Call me Smelvet.
Smelvet.
Yeah.
Love it.
Like velvet, but Smelvet.
All right.
Awesome. Right. And
All right.
I'll usher him in and then probably close the door again.
Okay. All right. So while you guys are doing that, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. So you close the door. Everybody else is locked outside. After a minute, you can still hear the commotion going on down there, and you can hear wailing and crying as well. Down
From
the street.
downstairs?
Huh? From down the street.
Wait. Okay.
From down the street, outside.
Which character am I with?
You're with, who are you with? You're with Felnan, and I assume Althea is there?
Yep.
By the entrance to the crypt.
Yep.
All right.
So we're still carrying the body of Erin?
Yes, as far as I know, yes.
Yes.
Incidentally, I did some research, and apparently werewolves do not transform back with their clothes. So she was naked. However, the minute she fell, someone immediately took off their cloak and wrapped her up in their cloak. So there you go.
That was good of them.
No weird awkwardness. Yeah. Well, you can't have like naked dead bodies lying around, especially if it's some girl from your town,
Fair enough.
Okay. Right. Small cloaked girl.
Righty then. So you guys are standing outside the entrance to the Undercroft, and you can see stairs leading down, circular stairs. So they sort of go around a corner and into the darkness. You can smell dank, dusty, basically it's quite fetid.
Well, it ain't been open in a while.
Right.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
The other
Looking at my companion.
Where's Father Delgar at the moment?
Father Dalagar is just standing with you guys, and he's shaking his head like this is he's just shaking his head. You're making a terrible mistake, my friends.
In what way, Father? In what way are we making a mistake?
It's beyond my ability to explain, I'm afraid.
Well, if we go down there, you want to go in front?
I'm not going down there.
Have you ever gone down there?
Why would I tell you? You've already made so many accusations.
Well, I'm not accusing. I'm asking.
I've been down there, of course.
All right.
What will we find if we go down there?
Most likely you will meet death.
And you, if you go down there?
Can't say, really. He just smiles.
Yeah. Mr. Charmer, I can see that. All right.
Lillian at this point is holding her hands over her ears.
Oh, like distressed?
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do to help? I'll say to her.
She says, the sound, the buzzing, it's back. The sound is coming from inside.
Get out of here. I'll send her up into the rafters. Go get to safety. We'll take care of this. And okay. I'll usher everyone to go inside and go check it out.
Okay, so she buzzes back into the temple, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just to be clear, do I need to draw the exterior, or can we just do that?
Okay, so are we outside the back?
Yeah,
like by a crypt that's been opened.
Right. So basically, you've got the temple, then you've got a courtyard, and in the courtyard is the statue. The statue's been moved to reveal a hole in the ground.
Okay, cool.
With stairs leading down, and there's a very light mist beginning to come out of it. So
you know what we need, though. We need somebody with courage and bravery to go down there. And
you're sounding very American, Barry. That's hilarious.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think we all slowly turn our heads and look at our new gnomish friend, Smelvet.
I volunteer the no.
Right, you're going to have to hold him back. He's already wanting to go down the stairs.
Well, you know what, Smelvet? I'm going to go with you.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So Smelvet and Felnan are going downstairs.
I'll kind of come up the back. I'll be a few steps behind them.
I think we should all go, but I'm not going to go down carrying a dead girl.
All right.
So I'm going to take her back into the church, lay her on an altar, retrieve my arrow if I can.
All right. First of all, you notice that there are a couple of people still in the temple who they hadn't left in the first place. There's at least one priestess and some assistants there, and they immediately come to her aid, or to come to take the body from you,
right?
And help you lay her down, and they cover her and begin, dressing her and what have you.
Okay. Right. I tell them to look after her body, give it all respect and honor, and I will be back.
They look at you like you are just the worst person in the world.
I'm an elf. I'm used to that.
Right, that's true. Also, you're a dark elf, aren't you?
No.
Eladrin.
Wood elf.
Oh,
Wood
wood
elf.
elf.
Oh, yeah,
That's
wood
right.
elf.
That's right. Okay. So the
Valis
first
is the
person,
Eladrin.
who's going first into the Undercroft?
I'll go with the elf guy.
Okay, Smelvet.
Do you have to go single?
You will have to go single file.
So I'll go right behind Smelvet.
Okay, and then Barry
Unless
behind
Milford, you're gonna go.
I want to look out for traps and stuff.
Okay.
Falnan, have you still got hold of Father Dalagar? Are you like?
Yeah, he's coming too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we don't want to let him off.
No, he's coming with us.
Smelvet, as you step into the stairwell and you begin to travel down the stairs and take the first few steps, you have this wave of apathy just runs through you, like this sense of apathy, and you've never felt this before. Like as a gnome, gnomes are generally fairly cheerful. Even deep gnomes are not. They don't have such dark personalities they're definitely darker personalities than normal forest gnomes and what have you, but they're not like Dwagar or something. So yes, you have this sense of apathy fill your soul. This sort of thought runs through your head that you don't know if you'll be able to make a difference to anyone anymore. So
I'm not used to feeling like that.
No, you've probably never felt this way. Well, not under any normal circumstances.
If I consider that unusual, I guess would I make a perception check?
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you like. Falnan, you're second, right? You experience exactly the same thing as you step into the steps leading down into the Undercroft. And Barry, Milford Brixton, you have a sense of dread. You have this, you have this feeling that this place is going to kill you. You're convinced of it.
I'm not really like wanting to go. No. Hey guys, how about I stay up there and you fellas go down? You really don't need me. You know what I mean?
You turn around and you see Father Dalagar standing behind you. He's just smiling and he shrugs.
Oh, you.
I think I'll take the death crits.
How do I roll my courage to make myself go?
I guess you could make a wisdom check.
Yes, give me a wisdom check.
All right, I'll roll your wisdom for you.
Because if I don't want to disappoint myself. Hey guys, everybody bought a weapon, didn't they? Huh?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I like it. Yes, good.
I brought you, Milfred, for my weapon.
No, I am not a good weapon. I'm telling you that now. I'm good at lots of other things, but not a weapon. Finding stuff is my forte. Let me tell you that.
One moment. I had everybody's character, and I had Milford's character up too, but I must have closed the tab by accident. So now
good, no rush.
Anybody knows how it feels funny in this place? Really funny?
I don't care.
You say that now.
You don't care? Someone of yours?
Oh no, I'm feeling very apathetic about the situation. I feel it's kind of odd that I'm feeling so apathetic and you're feeling so much dread and so much fear.
And
Kind
you
of odd that we're all
personally,
feeling different things.
I'm not feeling fear as much as creeped out of my mind.
Well, personally, I don't really think we're gonna solve anything anyway. Everyone in this village is gonna die.
Oh, Mr. Happiness again. Oh.
Okay, so
What do you
Milford,
mean, Mr. Happiness? I'm just telling you a fact.
I'm getting a lot of sound breakup, actually, weirdly enough. Milford, you can bring yourself to go through. You raise the courage to go down there, but you're not happy about it. Feldman, did Feldman want to make a check?
I know I should have got my mule to do this mission. All right. I'm coming, all right. Oh. But don't say I didn't warn you. There's something about this place. I'm telling you.
Feldman, do you want to make a check?
Yep.
It was a perception check, right? So share it the screen.
Disabled.
Oh. My apologies. I will enable it. There you go. Try now.
Perception. Oh hell yeah, 6.
Yeah, no. The only thing, what you instead notice is that the stonework seems to be reminiscent of your dwarven homelands.
Oh. Okay. Then I will use my stone cutting training as a dwarf.
Right.
Intelligence history check, and I'm considered proficient, and my proficiency is doubled.
Wow.
So that's a +4 to do that.
All right. Give it a
Plus
go.
intelligence, I got +0, so that's a D20 +4.
All right. Shoot.
So I'm just gonna roll the D20.
Yep.
That's always a D20. There's a D20.
Yep.
+4, that's 18.
18. Okay. All right. What you realize is that the stonework has been hastily cut. It is also very old and quite worn, although maybe not as worn as you might have expected. But it's very roughly done. Like normally, you know that it's dwarven because of the style of it, but you also know that it's been hastily done because it's not been finished properly. Like normally, the dwarves would smooth everything out and make it really clean. Whereas you're noticing there's a couple of rough edges in places. There's like a whole process of work that they've just skipped in order to do whatever they were doing quickly to build these steps fast.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, the cement doesn't seem to be all that great either, and that might be a product of the environment not having the materials easily available.
GM,
Okay.
I'm looking for traps to distract myself from thinking about being scared.
Okay, but you're at the back, right?
3 in.
3 in. I'm the third one in.
Right. So you're the third one in. So who's behind you now? Are the others joining you?
I imagine me and Althea are probably just behind. You with me?
All right.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Well, now it's time to start making maps happen.
No.
Dungeon.
I don't suppose anybody's considered not being here yet, have they?
I mean, you could try that. But
It's just a little dungeon.
I mean, look at those walls. They're improperly made. Look at this ground. It's terrible.
I'm going to use minor illusion, and I'm going to just make it look like there's some little like pink butterflies and dragonflies and love hearts coming up from around Milford to try and make him a little bit more cheery and make it more friendly.
Now I'm going to use this as the, where does it go? There, this is the stairs, but they are in fact circular stairs. So this is where they arrive at, okay?
You mean like the picture at the back here?
Yeah, vaguely, but that's the ones that I'm talking about are circular in the game.
Okay.
So they come down there. What else is there in this room? something like this. All right. And to the sides, like basically here, 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 here. There are essentially crypts, like there are bodies laid out, piles of bones and skulls on those there. Yes, and there's a door over here ahead of you. Can you see up there?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So let's put some figurines down. So this is an archer. I'm guessing this is going to be. Is this our ranger?
Althea.
Yep, makes sense. Okay.
The murderer.
Here's our dwarf. Here's our warlock.
Awesome. I look way more cool in the figurine.
And I need a gnome. It's not really a non-barbarian, but it's a gnome. Okay. That's 4. Who else who am I missing?
Me.
You. Oh, damn it. Trust you to be there.
Of course.
And you're a rogue.
What am I?
A rogue.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a rogue. I'm just interested in acquiring things and stuff.
All right. So you can be here. I'm not sure how you want to arrange that any further than that, but I guess if you're going to go through the room, I'll just create a marching order. So we've got the dwarf. Who's next? Sorry, not the dwarf, the gnome. Gnome, the dwarf. So you're going to go in order of height, I see.
At least at the beginning.
and Milford, then the 2 elves at the back.
Milford and the 2 elves at the back. Something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so you're in this room and it's very dark, and you do notice that the place is just frozen solid, like everything is just covered in a thin layer of frost. It's quite slippery.
So it's pitch black down here?
Yep, it's pitch black.
Okay. I have superior dark vision.
I know, yes. 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if that helps.
Yep, certainly it does. It means that you can see the archway in front of you. Now that's actually an archway and not a door. And beyond that is what appears to be, now that we're looking in that direction, a set of stairs going down further. And these stairs are straight though. Falnon, what you notice as you move through the room is that the stairs that were cut from the surface coming down are kind of different to these stairs. And you also notice that despite the dwarven, just sort of general dwarven design, it's the whole place is quite rough. But except for around this area here, where the designs and the sculptures on the archway, because it's an archway, are actually very intricate. But you don't know too much about them. So anybody that wants to make a religion check can have a go at that.
Yeah, I'll give that a shot.
All right, give us a roll.
Religion. 9.
9. You don't see shit. Sorry.
I mean, I'm turning religion, but it's not my main interest.
Right. Despite being a cleric.
Yeah, we all have our hobbies.
Yes, your religion is your profession, but your passion is drinking.
No, my passion is drinking.
Right. Who else? Anybody else want to make a religion check? Anybody else?
Have I got religion check?
You can. Anyone can make a religion check.
Yeah, give me a go. I'll give it a go. I must have stolen from many religions at one time. I mean, All right, sorry.
Wow, actually, you get a 19. Milford.
Oh, nice.
All right. So anybody else? I'll wait till we've got all our roles before I disclose anything.
That's good. I probably wouldn't know much about religion.
Okay. Oh, so okay. Milford, you notice images of a god you think is the one-eyed god of the orcs.
Oh no, this is no good. We're going back.
And then but you also see as you look around, you realize that it's actually it's like a storyboard occurring on this archway where the orc god is fighting the god of the elves, Coralon Larathian, and some of the stonework's been smashed as you examine it, or it's become worn over the years. It's not entirely intact. So there's a piece missing, but you see a raven in there as well.
Okay, this is a story about Rathian and the orc god, and there's even a raven over there, and that bit's broken, so I can't tell you much about that. But that bit, well, yeah, it's a story. You're basically looking at the story of what happened, I suppose. I'm not sure, but I would say, yes, that's right. You're looking maybe at the story of everything.
Can I go
Okay.
and maybe have a look at one of the did you say that there's like bones and stuff, like the corpses are kind of out on display, just see if anything correlates with them in this story?
Most of the bones look like they've just been placed there and piled up, and they look very old. There are on each of those areas, however, there is one individual who has been laid to rest very carefully and is wrapped up and has got cloaks and weapons and shit around them.
Okay.
You look at the corpses because they're sort of semi-mummified in the frigid cold, and so they're not entirely decayed. And you notice that they all look like weird elves. Like you've seen. I mean, you're an elf. But
Eladrin.
Yeah, exactly. So they have elf ears, but their ears are kind of a little bit bent, and you're not really used to that. And their skin is a bit strange too. Like their skin is kind of translucent. That could be a case of they're just really old and decayed. It's hard to say. They're very gaunt. I mean, they're dead. Of course they're gaunt, but you know.
Can I check them for jewelry and see if any of their adornments have got like the black stone that we've seen crop up? The black stone that we've seen in the temple and that the girl was wearing around her neck.
Which reminds me, who's carrying the black stone right now?
That's me, because I picked up the body.
Right. Okay. Where are you holding it? Where are you carrying it?
I've pocketed it, and I wanted to have a look.
Which pocket is it in?
It's in like top inside cloak pocket.
Okay.
Over my heart. Don't know if that's foreboding at all.
It feels extremely heavy right now.
Okay.
It's it's sort of weighing you down, and that seems to be something about that. Yeah, it's affecting your mindset.
Get it out and have a look. It's not doing anything. It's just feeling heavy.
As you're holding it, are you holding it? It's a necklace, right?
It's a
necklace. Okay, so you're holding it on the necklace. You notice it kind of swings out from its center of gravity, from the point where it should be, and it sort of swings forward as if there was some sort of magnetic force pulling on it.
Towards one of the bodies, the door?
Towards the stairs in front of you, actually.
Oh, I'll start to slowly follow it then, and maybe draw some attention of the group to
right.
Guys,
so does that mean you're going to move in front of the rest of the group, or are you just all going to march to the door?
I see that happen, and I'm like, this is exciting.
My first question will be, where are you going?
Again, when mysterious necklaces tell you to go in a direction, my experience is
you don't have to listen to mysterious necklaces that tell you which way to go. It could be a portal to another world for all we know.
That would be cool.
That
would be cool. I would definitely cross. I would definitely go.
That is not. That is like Well, aren't you lot going to help me stop him? Or?
All right. Group vote. Who says we follow the necklace?
Yeah.
I say we follow the necklace.
Yeah. We're following the rock on a string. Come on, Milford.
I mean,
Four out of five.
Milford, we are, you know, justice warden. We are here to apply justice. A little girl died, and unfortunately, Althea, you killed her.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
because
Sorry about that.
she was, well, you had no choice. She was a wolf, and she had just attacked other children.
Which is a good reason not to follow the idiot with the necklace.
We need to solve this out, Milford. Look, Milford, how about you stand right behind me and I will protect you with my shield? How about that?
There is merit in that. Yeah, I'll just get right behind you here. Yeah, here we go. Off we go.
Okay.
All right.
I was just testing you all to see how brave you were.
Well, I'm not brave. I just want to solve this out.
Well, don't tell me that now. Not when you're supposed to be protecting me.
Oh, I am protecting you, but only because you're behind me and I'm protecting myself. All right, Smelvet. It's
Yes.
good that you came with us. Otherwise, I would be at the front. Let's go.
All right. I will.
I gotta say, the little fella's brave.
Looking back just before we go, I see it swinging, and I'm looking at this guy that I've just seen with the weapons and the cloaks and stuff all around him. I'm just gonna lean in. I'm just gonna have a little look, and then I'm gonna take a step back and like, oh, this isn't an elf. There's something weird, and I'm gonna point to the guys. I'm gonna look at his teeth. I'm gonna point at these two fangs that are coming down his teeth just here. That apparently I've noticed. That's.
Are you trying to make me not go? Or
Surely you're a man that loves an adventure. You
all elves like that?
If you didn't.
leave me?
Wow. I thought all elves were like that. I mean, you know, you got pointy teeth and you've got your long ears. I'm sure that once you would be dead, your ears would probably start drooping a little bit.
Well, I have to say, I wasn't going to do any sort of corpse looting. I'm far too above that. But looking at this to me looks like a bad guy. I wouldn't feel too bad getting some useful gear off him. And I'm just going to have a look. You mentioned there were some weapons around him. Is there anything that might be good to dish out to the group?
There's some swords, short swords, long swords. There's a great sword. It's all sort of human-sized, so keep that in mind.
Malice, that's a bad idea. We already have a bad reputation with what the priest upstairs is probably telling about how we're murderers and whatnot. If we exit with loot from tombs of the village, we're gonna get lynched.
That's true. Although werewolves are probably gonna lynch us anyway.
Yeah, you know, about werewolves, the thing is, weren't we supposed to pick up a special weapon from somewhere that we're now going into the crypt without the weapon?
Still 2 nights away.
Only one night, 1.5. Like,
one night.
It's tomorrow midday you pick up the weapon.
Okay, cool.
That's when you're supposed to. That's when it's due at least to arrive.
GM, is this kind of death related to any kind of legend I've ever heard? Kind of look.
Well, it's hard to say how they died because they're laid out and they're wrapped up and they've got clothes on and they're covered in whatever clothes they had in life. They've been wrapped in their furs and things, so you can't really tell how they died. What you do notice, though, now that you're paying attention, is that there's also jewels lying around, and they've got necklaces and torques.
I'm
okay with werewolves, but vampires, man, I draw the line. We're so screwed.
Can I borrow those necklaces privately?
Yeah, I'll make you a sleight of hand check if you like to see if you can borrow some necklaces.
Yeah, he said he's good at stealing stuff. I see jewels. I keep an eye on the bugger. Can I do a perception check to see if I notice him?
You notice him with your passive perception.
Okay, good.
I did that badly?
Yeah, I'm afraid you rolled an... Actually, holy shit, you rolled a 13, come to think of it. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
Oh, I'm afraid you don't. You can roll a perception check to see.
Yeah, I will roll a perception check because I I am wary of the little guy, especially after I said I don't want to be lynched for stealing stuff.
Right.
Ah, shit, 12. No.
Oh, okay. No, you don't see.
Okay.
Okay, Milford, you managed to pocket yourself a nice necklace.
Okay. All right.
All right.
No
Somebody follow-
knives around here, is
No what?
knives.
Knives. No knives, I'm afraid.
Okay, back to the rest.
Do
Okay.
some scouting.
So, sorry, what are you guys doing?
Heading on, following creepy.
Heading on.
Creepy
Okay.
necklace.
Okay. So creepy necklace is sort of tugging towards the lower stairs, and you're going to head over that way. So everybody's going. Yep, that was the consensus.
Yes, I'm going.
All right. Well, in order to do a sort of fog of war scenario, we're going to just rebuild the map behind you, like this. Ta-da. Now, as you get to the stairs and you pass through the thing, through the, what do you call it? The archway, you feel that sense of dread wash over you. It intensifies. And you notice, even though it's dark, I mean, nobody's carrying torches or anything. Is there anybody that does not have dark vision?
Me?
You do not have dark vision.
I'm a human.
You're a human. Okay, so what are you using for light? At this point, it's just pitch black.
I'm taking note of these guys. Where they go, I go.
You can't see them.
I've got a torch
literally
I'll offer Milford. We'll need to get it alight, but we've got some flints. I can try and light a torch for him.
No, I'll use thaumaturgy to light your torch.
Perfect.
Done.
All right. His torch lights up and he hands it to you, Milford. Okay. And incidentally, you have to spend an extra round or an extra turn trying to get the torch lit. It just doesn't want to light.
Okay.
Oh, even with thaumaturgy?
Correct.
Oh, shit, okay.
And when you do start to see and you begin to look around, you notice that there's something funny in your vision. Like even those of you that have dark vision, normally you can see in like, it's not black and white, it's grays, scales of gray. But for some reason, the contrast is much sharper and much higher here for some reason. Like you're seeing things in very high contrast and the shades of gray are less, if that makes sense. Do you follow what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is kind of the layout of the next room. Basically, something along these lines. It's not unlike the last room in many ways, and there is yet another set of stairs ahead of you. And this time there is something more like a gate here, but it's sort of a portcullis-y affair in front of you. Oh, and then as you're looking around, you notice there's a huge wheel about here on the wall.
Huge what?
Wheel. I'm going to put this here to represent that.
Okay.
Like what? Like a ship's wheel on a boat, or is it like in the ground?
Sort of like a bit like a ship's wheel. Yeah, it's made of steel though. It has it turns into a cog with a rod on the back of it that goes up into the ceiling.
Okay, so getting the kind of lay of the land, could I gauge that this is probably directly underneath the cell in the temple upstairs?
Yep, it's you. You're a ranger? No, wait, who's the ranger? That's Althea.
I am.
Althea, you basically have a sense of direction and what have you, and you know exactly where you are. And yes, you're pretty much directly under the entrance to the temple, you figure.
And this wheel looks reasonably new.
Yeah,
Freshly made.
Yep. There's also a lot of dirt on the floor over there that looks like it needs to be cleaned up.
Yeah.
It's kind of around here, rubble and stuff. Yep.
No other like reliefs like over the entranceway to the previous room. Someone saw the story and the
Oh,
stone.
yeah.
There's nothing else like that in here.
Over here, there's more intricate versions of that. On the door, there's images of some kind of black monstrous form, and it's been carved in relief out of the stone. It's some sort of wolf-type creature with claws and teeth, and it appears to be in combat. And on the other side, there's another depiction of the same creature, this time holding a heart up above its head. Oh, by the way, out of game, it's a full moon tonight. I was standing outside a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
It's actually a full moon tonight. I don't know if it's at its absolute apex, but if you look at it, it looks like a full moon. So it's within a very short snippet.
That makes sense. I mean, it's the
Ominous.
first day of this is the first day of spring.
Right. So it's some sort of seasonal, not an equinox exactly, but something along those lines.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're still gonna die.
So anyone that would like to make a perception check can.
I would like to make a perception check.
All
Yes, I would like to.
And basically
Hey,
just
could you
getting
make
a
one
scope
for
of the
me,
room.
Yep.
please?
Yep. So share up your screens. We'll go Felnan, Smelvet, and I'll roll for Barry. Wisdom perception.
Just waiting for you to tell me when I can do it, and then I'll make the roll.
All right. Yeah, go for your life.
Okay. Share perception.
Yep. Wisdom perception.
Ooh, 21.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't know what it is, but I saw it.
Yep.
I hope.
Yep. Okay.
I am aware. I'm looking around carefully. After everything they're saying, I really get a little bit worried and concerned. Plus, I promised Milford that I would look after him, and I take my promises very seriously. So.
Oh, and I'm taking your promise very seriously too.
Sounds like it's not all that you're taking.
Okay.
I don't take, I merely borrow.
Well, you notice that the mist that has been laying on the floor is thickening, and it's kind of rising up to sort of ankle level now. It's sort of wafting along the floor, along between your feet. Milford, you don't really see anything because you're holding a torch just to see anything at all.
Oh, good.
And so you're not really noticing that. What you're really noticing is what these guys are noticing. You're paying attention to the people rather than the surroundings because that's what you can see, right? So you're trying to pick up on their visual clues. Who else rolled? Anybody else?
I did with 21.
Yep, Smelvet, you want to roll? Share screen.
Share that one.
I'm going to give you advantage because you've got superior night vision and you're a deep gnome.
Nice.
Cool.
So you right click, yeah. Nice. Ooh, Smelvet is aware of how it works. Oh shit,
Ooh.
nice.
Wow, okay. Now, what did you get again, Felnan? It was
I got 21, 19 plus 2.
Okay. So you're noticing the same thing basically happening, and you think you see some sort of shape moving under the mist as it gets a little higher, as it gets to around about your knees.
Well, that would be up to my waist then, wouldn't it?
Well, it's your knees and everybody else's ankles.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a dwarf. I'm not that much taller than you.
That's true.
That's true.
Okay, all right then. So we'll say it's getting up to your waist. Yeah.
Does it look like it has mass, or does it look more sort of ethereal?
It looks like because your roll is so high, it looks like at the beginning it seemed ethereal, and then it begins to solidify as it's moving. And it's not just one of them. There's at least 2 that you've noticed so far.
I warn everyone.
Moving
I say,
from
watch out!
different-
There's something in the mist. Watch out! And I point in the direction of where I saw it.
Cool.
And I'm going, what mist? Where?
Now you're beginning to see the mist too.
Oh crap! That mist.
What's Althea doing?
I'm assuming I'm seeing everything that they're saying. I'll roll perception as well.
Yep.
Let's have a go. See if I can find anything new. I have no idea what that was.
I didn't see it either. Give it another shoot it, hit it again. Just
Hang on. I might redo that. Hold on.
Roll again. We lost the share. Is that what you're going to do again?
Yeah, no. I stopped it, restarted it. Oh, it was a 6. Don't worry about it.
All right, never mind. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, I don't see nothing.
All right. So how far into the room are we at this point? Are you guys still here? Have you moved a bit further in? Have you anyone gone near the gate? Sorry, the wheel?
I'm taking Milford with me and say, Milford, come and help me look if there's anything over there. And I go towards the wheel.
I'm coming. Do we really have to? I mean...
Well, I'm going to go and check it if you want me to protect you.
I'm coming with you.
Okay.
I'm going to go onto the other side of the room, opposite.
Over here?
And I'm keeping my eye on the misty, whatever the things are.
Okay.
And I will also attempt to hide.
Okay. All right, so you're going to try and hide. All right, so let's roll a stealth check for you, please.
I have advantage because of stone camouflage.
All right, so you're going to use stone camouflage to hide in the corner, basically.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, while you're trying to hide and you're still noticing these shadows, these shapes moving in the darkness, you get the only thing that your mind can really kind of determine, that can sort of conceive of, is that they might be some sort of swine or pig or boar or something. But that's confusing because they look to be too short and they have 2 legs.
Odd.
Drunk boars.
Are
you guys
still like mist at the moment?
No, they're solid now. They've become solid. Yeah.
Can I make an animal handling check?
You're going to be like, here boy, come on.
Yeah.
Is it yes, no? That's what you want to do?
Yeah, I am. Okay.
All right, go on then.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking more. Is it animal handling or is it nature?
You can try either. Which would you prefer?
I'll do animal handling because I'm proficient.
All right. What were you going to ask me, Ballas?
I carved off some meat of the horses in the very first session, so I've got a little bit of horse meat on it. Can I try and give it to Smelvet as assistance?
He's invisible at this point. He's disappeared.
Oh, of course he is. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
you look around and he's gone. What you do begin to hear as they become
hey, nice
solid.
Nice roll.
Is it 15? Okay, what you see come through the shadows, and obviously nobody else has seen this yet, so I'm just going to share this with everybody, unfortunately, but okay, here we go. You ready?
Ooh.
What the hell?
2-legged teepee holes.
Russell on a bad day. Okay.
Oh, that's just rude. That's just
especially
rude.
when he's the DM, dude. That's dangerous.
Right.
Oh, I live for danger.
Hey, Russell, to be honest, your teeth look smashing, by the way. Just saying.
Thanks. Get a camera. Get a camera.
No, I meant on the screenshot you just shared.
Yes. Now you die.
Yeah, I'm the cleric. I'm okay.
All right. Initiative, I think. Really, because these guys
Oh,
are
okay.
about to
All
attack
right.
you.
Oh, well, that escalated. That escalated quickly.
It did, because now they've become solid and they don't like you, and they smell awful, and they start making these grunting noises and lurching towards you.
So, how about you call out people's names to roll the initiative to share with you, so we don't all share at the same time?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was going to ask actually, how do you want to handle combat and stuff? Do you still want to do screen share for every role? Obviously, happy to. I'm just thinking time-wise.
Time-wise, maybe
I mean,
it's
if we
better.
don't, I'm really feeling like super lucky tonight.
Yeah, I'll see how many 20s you start rolling. What I'll be using is the combat tracker in D&D Beyond.
Oh, nice.
So what I'll do is I'll just record everybody's initiative into that.
We're probably going to need our hit points as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Level 1. Level 1.
This is so hard.
1 on initiative is not that great at level 1, dude. Because you might be dead before it's your turn to do anything.
Yep. That's right. I've got so many different character ideas. I'll just get to cycle through them.
My next character is probably going to be a Kalashtar cleric of the Order domain, and I'm going to be the law. I'm Judge Dredd. No, not that far off, But just, I like the Kalashtar idea, they can read people, they can communicate. Psychic. That's pretty cool.
I don't know much about the race. I've read a little bit, but they yeah, I don't know much about them. They look interesting.
It really depends if they exist in the world, in Russell's world. Yeah. That would depend.
What are they?
Kalashtars.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. Then probably not.
I mean, it doesn't mean they necessarily don't exist.
God, is that your
computer? That's a hell of a noise.
It's all right.
All good.
I'm trying to figure out.
Kalashtar, it's a race, compound race, union of humanity and renegade spirits from the plane of dreams, and it comes from Eberron rising from the last war.
Oh, okay.
That's where they are from.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it afterwards.
Sure.
Then I have to figure out how they would fit into the world. Basically.
I mean, that would depend if I die. I mean, otherwise, I got other ideas. I mean, there's so many races. Tell me which race, and I can come up with something, man.
Okay, Althea, let's have your initiative roll.
Take that chance to pick up his hit points as well, so you can write them down.
If we're sharing the characters on D&D Beyond, it'd be interesting to see if it changes for me when you change it on your side.
Actually. No, it doesn't. I've tried it with friends from friends I'm playing with from time to time, and it's not yet implemented, but that's the idea.
Okay.
Eventually, it's I mean the encounter manager is still in alpha, so not yet.
Right. Okay. So Althea's, what's your initiative?
It was a mighty 7.
Yeah. Mighty 7. Okay. And what are your hit points up there?
I thought they were 10. 10.
10. Okay. All right. Milford, I know what your hit points are. And your initiative is, hold on. 10. Falnon, what's your initiative?
All right. 11.
11. Wow.
And I have 9 hit points.
Okay. All right. Valis, initiative.
Initiative. 9, and a nice squishy 8 hit points.
And a kick-ass AC.
You say 8 hit points. Okay.
8 hit points, yeah.
All right, and last but not least, Smelvet. What's your initiative?
14.
Nice.
And my hit points is 14.
Nice. Wow.
Wow.
14.
Barbarians.
Oh, yeah, man. I was wondering what you were.
I mean,
Right.
he said he's basically Conan, and he's a miniature Conan, so I assumed he was a barbarian.
Right.
Or he's a rogue,
Yes.
because Conan was also a rogue.
Smelvet. This creature attacks you from the mist, lunges at you, attempting to bite you, and it's simply you just push it away basically with your weapon, so it fails. The next one is here, and it moves 5, 10 feet and attacks. Is this Althea?
I think that's me.
Yeah, that's Valis.
That's Valis. Attacks Valis.
Yeah. Yeah, Althea is the one with the bow.
That's right. Yes, of course, I had you mixed up. Okay, so Valis, you're being attacked by this creature. It also fails. It also tries to attack you, and you manage to get out of its way quite simply. You just sidestep it. Okay, so the next one, initiative order. This one is going to attack Felnan.
Why?
Oh, Felnan.
I got 18 AC.
18 AC. I'm pretty sure it misses you, but I'll just double check.
That'd be just my luck. It misses people with 13 AC and it hits me with 18.
It actually does hit you.
Ah, Scheiße!
Right.
It means darn it in German.
Right. Okay. And you take 2 piercing damage from its bite. And it attaches itself to you.
Okay.
All right. All right. So you're attached to this creature now. It's stuck on you. So everybody who's not looking, well, anybody that's looking in his direction will see this creature basically jump up and grabs his arm and starts in on his arm. So Barry, you're next to him, and this creature doesn't seem to be able to do anything whilst it's there. But you suddenly see this creature come jumping out of the light from the other side, out of the darkness. For some reason, I rolled ridiculously high initiative rolls for all of these creatures.
Okay. Oh, good.
3. Oh, wait, actually, I lied. It's Smelvet's attack. Smelvet.
And I just want to go back. That the one that tried to get me and missed.
Yep.
I was already hiding.
Oh, that's true, but it saw you before you started hiding.
Oh, it did it? All right. Well, in that case, I will rage. And I will attack the one that's next to me with my great axe.
All right. Great axe. Not to hit.
Oh, Smelvet.
Well, that's probably a hit.
What did you get?
22.
22. Oh, you definitely hit. Okay, so do some damage, please.
11.
11 points of damage. All right, it just dies immediately. You smack it and it just goes, you toss it back here by the door, lands with its legs in the air, and it sort of twitches around for a while and makes some noises, and then it just collapses there. So that one's
Sorry. I wasn't actually sharing my screen. I didn't realize.
That's all right. I trust you this time.
Stop. And then I will move to the one that's grappling my friend.
All right. So you're here.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's me, basically.
That's your attacks. Okay, cool. So now, the trouble, actually, the hardest thing is keeping track of all my tabs in my window.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part of it. Okay, so Smelvet's had his attack. Now it's the last creature's attack against Milford Brixton. And it misses you, Milford. Okay. So
Mhm.
I'm
Milford,
protecting you, Milford.
you see this thing jump out of the darkness and out of the mist towards you, and you kind of wave your fire around in its face, and it moves back a little bit and you manage to avoid its attack. Okay, so that's that. And now it's Falman's attack.
All right. I will try to hit it with my Warhammer.
Okay, you have to use it one-handed because...
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
I'll do that. 9.
A 9. Okay, I don't think that's going to hit.
Oh, hang on. Oh, shit. No, never mind. I tried that. Yeah.
Okay, unfortunately, your attack fails, and it's still on your arm. Okay, wait till the next turn. Right, so now we go back to here. Next, round 2. Oh, now it's Milford's attack. Okay, Milford, do you want me to roll for you?
Yeah, please.
All right.
I want to take the one on Thing's arm.
All right. Are you attacking with a dagger, a short bow, a short sword, or an unarmed strike?
A short sword.
Okay. And because he's already in melee with it, that gives him advantage as a rogue using a stealth attack.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it from behind because he'd be facing the guy, not me.
Ooh, fuck yeah! I'm sorry. You just rolled a 20 and a 19 with advantage. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so you get so that's a critical plus a sneak attack, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, so you get a 4 plus 3, 4, so that's 7, and you roll 2 of those because it's a sneak attack. 7, 8, 9, 10, and as a critical, we roll the dice again, I believe.
It's up to you, man.
Either you double the dice,
yeah.
Either you roll the dice twice, or you just the dice, or you double the value you had on the dice.
Right.
It's DM's choice, basically.
Okay. Well, needless to say, it's well dead. It just drops off. It drops off Felman's arm onto the ground.
So, Felman, you want to help me turn the wheel now, or what?
There's still
there's 2 more. There's 2 more.
Okay, so we'll say you guys turn around because that would probably.
Thanks, Milford.
Anytime.
You the man.
This one's dead. This one's dead. This one's still next to you, Milford, and there's still one right next to Valis. Okay, has everyone had their attack? I think we've been through.
No, I think Althea and
2 elves to go.
All right, here we go. Valis.
All right, I will. So, old little pig bumhole thing is next to me. I'm gonna get my hand up in its face and just focus for a second. You'll see green and pink energy kind of crackle down my arm, and when it gets to my hand, I'll just unleash this kind of firework of energy out into its mouth.
All right, roll to hit. Ooh,
17.
Nice, you hit.
Nice.
And 10 into its mouth.
10 into its mouth. It dies. It's dead. It just rolls backwards and goes, twitches around for a minute and then just stops. Okay, that's your turn. And now Althea. What do you do?
Well, there's one target left, so I'll plink it with my arrow.
All right. So roll to hit. It's weirdly a lot more pressure having 5 people than 3 people.
There's more to keep track of.
You're right. 9. Okay, you definitely hit it, and you Wait, no, you don't. What am I saying? I was thinking that was a damage roll. Unfortunately, you miss it. Sorry about that.
Oh man.
Quite close quarters.
Yeah,
Not long both
It's dark.
it's dark and it's misty.
I can hit a running wolf at 150 feet, but I can't hit a little thing that's just across the room.
Right.
Literally 5 foot in front of you.
It jumped at Barry's character just as you were firing, so unfortunately it wasn't there when you fired. Okay, next. So now on round 2. Okay, so this creature attacks you.
The wolf didn't know you were going to shoot it. Those guys are expecting us to.
Okay, it's attacking Milford Brixton.
No.
Althea, I think they're female. Should be easier for you to kill them.
They're children, basically, so
Yeah.
gotta die.
Yeah.
3 points of damage. Also in this turn,
Sorry,
I'll
who
let
took
that-
3 points of damage?
This is Milford.
Oh, man.
So, yeah. All right. Next. Well, it's the only one there, so the next person is going to be Smelvet.
Which one's left? Is it just the pink one?
Yep, just the pink one.
All right. I'll run up to it with my great axe.
All right. Roll to hit.
Share screen. Share.
Yeah, got it.
And
And you throw your great axe over its head, and it clanks off the wall. However, it does knock a secret panel, and this piece of wall just slides up, revealing a small alcove here.
ooh. I mean to do that.
Nice. Yeah, exactly. Inside check.
Okay, so that was your attack. So now, who's next? Falnum. Roll to hit.
Oh.
Or whatever you're doing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit. I move closer to number 3.
Okay.
And I will try to hit it with my Warhammer one-handed because I still want to use my shield.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, definitely hit.
All right. And damage 1d8 plus 2. 8 points of damage.
Sweet.
Okay, now that one has already been hit or not? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so. That's the last one alive, and I don't think...
Nobody's hit it yet.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, it's still alive. All
Still
right.
alive.
oh sorry.
Between 8 and 10.
All right, who's next? Is Milford Brixton. What would you like to do, Milford? You cannot. Oh, actually, because it's engaged in
Plus, I moved closer to it
melee.
as well. I did
Alright.
move closer to be able to hit it, Russell.
Yep, you're right next to it. It's in 5 foot range.
I'm the dwarf. I'm
Oh, you're the
I'm not
dwarf.
Smelvet.
Wait. Oh,
Smelvet got closer, and I also moved closer.
Yeah,
to
that's
it.
the one.
There we go.
That would be where you would be, right? I'm with you. Sorry, I'm getting confused.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Who does what? Milford.
Milford's
It's
going.
your attack.
Flip over behind it and stab it.
Flip over behind it. Okay,
Yep.
so you're going to try and use acrobatics to do that,
Yes.
I assume.
Yes.
Okay, that's a hard, tough call.
Trying to do some cool monk shit as
right,
a rogue.
as a rogue.
We don't know if it's cool yet.
Oh, even if you fail, it's still cool you're attempting it, man. Mad respect for trying.
Okay, well, you don't flip over it. That's not going to be a thing that you can do.
Okay.
But you can just attack it. It's right in front of you.
Oh, I like hitting things from behind better. Okay,
Well,
all right.
you're,
I'll attack it with
All
my
right.
sword.
well, you miss, unfortunately.
There's advantage.
See. Flipping over behind would have been more fun.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you're not an acrobat. unfortunately. Okay, moving right along. Valis.
As these three guys are in combat with this one little pig thing, I'll be what's going on, guys? And I'll just casually kind of walk past, and just as I'm going past towards this panel that's opened up, my arm's just gonna light up, and I'll try and unload an Eldritch Blast into it.
All right.
Ooh, nice. Oh, yeah.
19 plus 423, and damage is...
That's only 1 damage.
And guess what? It's still not dead.
I'm really confident I've killed it, so I'm just going to carry on.
Keep walking. Okay, so you get to there. All right, this leads... is this Althea next? Yes. Yes, it is. Althea, what are you up to? Another arrow?
No, that's dangerous. The way I'm shooting, I'll be hitting a friend, so I'll move up to it and stab it with my short sword.
Nice. All right. So okay, so you're going to do that. All right. So you move to here. You stab it with your short sword. Roll to hit.
I'll be right back.
Nine. Oh man, you guys just can't kill this thing.
Hey!
All right.
We don't want to kill all of your monsters just straight off the bat, man. We just,
Right.
You're just giving you something interesting.
All right then. Okay, 17. Oh, Melford Brixton, you're getting smashed. Now, it actually hit you in the last round, didn't it, Milford?
Yes.
Okay, so it's actually attached itself to your arm this time, and it doesn't do an awful lot of damage, but it does hurt like fuck because you take... oh, wait, wrong dice.
It's all right. Does that wrong dice give me less damage?
Yeah, you end up taking 3 points of damage. You've got 2 hit points left. And some of that damage is causing your arm to go black.
Oh, shit.
I will drive my sword through its head, saying it's biting my arm.
All right. Well, when it's your turn, you can do that.
Okay.
So the next person is actually Smelvet.
Ooh, Smelvet's just gonna go with his little but large great axe.
I think you threw your great axe over its head in the last round.
Oh, I did. Okay, so I've got a hand axe then.
Hand axe. Okay, that's handy.
Axe.
All right.
Nice.
That should do it.
Yep, that hits. All right. Well, it's automatically dead because it had 1 hit point.
All right, sweet.
So you just basically just put it down with your hand axe after everybody fucks around for the last 30 seconds of panicking and flailing around, and finally you just put it down and it hits the floor. All right.
Can you guys heal by any stretch of the imagination?
Nope. I can heal you. I can do something for you.
Thank you.
I get closer to him. I put my hand on his arm. First, I'm going to try a medicine check to see if it's been infected by anything.
All right. He's taking necrotic damage right now. And in the next round, he's about to take another level of necrotic damage.
Oh, shit. I'm going to do Cure Wound on him.
All right. So cast that, knock it off your sheet.
See, this is one of the good reasons why I didn't want to come out.
Reasons to bring a cleric.
So I heal him 8 points,
okay,
and I'm ticking 1.
All right, he's at full health now, and he's good.
Does he still have the necrotic happening?
Now that the creature's dead, I'm going to say no.
Okay. I double check that though, and I keep an eye and stay next to me, Milfred. I'm going to keep an eye out on you. And guys, I can only do that once more.
All good. I'll as I'm over by the wall, I'll pick up and probably struggle with the weight of Smelvet's axe, and I'll hand his axe back to him.
Okay.
That's nice shot.
Cheers. Cheers, mate.
All and right. Then have a look at the wall where this panel's opened up.
Is he an Australian gnome?
Right.
He is now.
Uh-oh. Okay, so you look at the panel where the doors open up, and it's basically it's about 4 feet high. It's the entrance, maybe not even that, maybe 3.5 feet. This is actually about gnome height.
Hey.
And there's just enough room to look in there, and you can see that there is a stone coffer.
Oh, what?
A stone coffer.
What's
I-
is that like a coffer?
I.e., it's a chest made out of stone,
Okay.
or possibly a miniature sarcophagus. Could be that too. But it's about,
I'll wave Milford over.
Yeah.
You like boxes and shiny things, don't you? Do you want to have a poke in?
It's a dark room. I can't see in a dark room.
You have your torch. You still have your torch, don't you, Milford?
In fact, no. I just point at the torch in his hand. Wait for the penny to drop.
I hate when you do that. All right. Shush now, guys. I'm gonna go and have a look.
I stay outside of the little alcove and I keep an eye out in case there's more of those creatures coming. But I try to what would be what's the word? I not explore. Investigate the corpse of the creature, or I try to identify it or something.
Okay.
Of the creature that's right in front of me.
As you're investigating, you notice that it's slowly beginning to turn to sort of oozy goo, and it's beginning to kind of melt. Even its bones are beginning to melt, and it's as if it's all just acid on the inside, and it's just turning into slime. It'll take about probably 10 minutes for it to completely turn into goo and dissipate.
I tear off a small piece of my clothing to see if it eats the piece of clothing, and if it doesn't, I'm planning on trying to collect some of it and bring it back at some point to someone that would have the abilities to study it.
Can you roll me an investigation check?
Of course.
Please. Milford, you're going over to the stone sarcophagus.
I'm going to investigate the door first.
All right, see if he gets a
14. Sorry, investigation 4. It looked like the 14, but it's actually the 4.
4. How bizarre. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So you're going over to the stone sarcophagus. You're investigating. You notice that it does not have a lock on it or anything like that. It doesn't have hinges. It looks like it's just a stone lid on top of a stone box.
Okay, go closer. Watching my footsteps very carefully.
All right. Very good. You approach the box. You're right next to it now.
Yep.
I will move your character. It's in there. Okay. I'll take these off the tables so there's less confusion. Okay. So, Falnon, what you notice now is that as these things are melting, you notice that they are actually turning into vapor and they're returning to the mist.
Oh, I warn everyone. I say, watch out. Those creatures have just returned to the mist. So more of those things might show up. Maybe we didn't kill them and they might come back. I got no freaking idea what this is. I try to think really hard back at my days of studies, back at the temple, and on the rare days I wasn't drunk out of my skull during lessons.
Right. Yeah.
And to try to remember if I've heard anything about creatures like that and things related to elves with pointy, droopy ears and fangy type teeth and werewolfy type thingies.
Well, okay. Make a religion check.
Who knows? Maybe at one point I will finally succeed one of those. Religion.
Oh, was that a 20? Yeah.
20. Yeah. 22. I wasn't sleeping that day.
Okay. Well, you've heard of, you put a couple of things together. First of all, you've heard of this place called the Shadowfell. which is a.
I tell everyone, by the way, so that it's not about. I don't have to repeat it afterwards.
All right. So out of game.
I say it out to them.
Out of game, what you know about the Shadowfell, you probably already know quite a lot about the Shadowfell, I'm assuming, because you're a fairly experienced D&D player.
Yeah, I mean, not that experienced 5e, just a few games that I've played and personal interest, but I haven't read anything that I haven't played myself.
Right. Okay. Well, basically, you got the feeling that this place is somehow connected to the Shadowfell, and you know that the Shadowfell all across Sidarhael, the world Sidarhael, there are various gates and places that basically allow the basically allow you to walk into it or step into it. There's pockets of it everywhere. And certainly in places of, there's usually some reason for that. It doesn't just happen for no reason. You also get pockets of Feywild, and that's where our Eladrin friend has come from. He stepped through a portal essentially from the Feywild into Sidarhael at some point. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is, you know the name Maelor, which we've brought up before.
Yeah.
And you've heard of, in the Shadowfell, you get there's a type of elf called Shadar-kai. And the Shadar-kai are the servants of the Raven Queen. And you're beginning to think that maybe those elf corpses were Shadar-kai. But there was something weird about them. And the fact that they have fangs was kind of weird. And it could mean that they were vampires, but it could also mean that they're simply just dead lycanthropes. Or they could have had their teeth filed that way.
Okay. So, well, I share that with everyone just in case it sparks something in them and they could get some more information or something.
Right. And you know that the Shadar-kai come from the Shadowfell, along with all sorts of other creatures, including werewolves and presumably these creatures that you just bumped into as well. It's like you get the impression that the Shadowfell is somehow leaking into this dimension.
Okay.
Wow, Smelvet's in a spaceship now.
Very Fallout.
Right. Okay, so there's the box. Milford Brixton, you're standing.
Hang on, is that the inside of the Millennium Falcon?
Yes.
It's like
yeah, it is. Yeah, good shout.
Yeah, it's just the circular passage.
Yeah. You have a keen eye.
I mean, for you, Russell, it does make sense, and it looks like a crown. The throne looks actually like a crown.
All right. Very nice. Okay.
Milford, did you find anything interesting?
If everybody would shut up, I'd be able to concentrate. Any writing on this, young man?
Any writing on it? Yes, but unless you can read Elven, you probably can't read it.
Is there enough room for two in there? Could I shuffle in with you?
Anybody read Elven out there?
It's going to be cramped, but yes. If you were to be attacked, you would be at disadvantage. But yes, you can stand.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll go in. Just as an elf, quite akin with Elven.
Just be careful. Don't trigger a trap or anything. Come the same way I did. Just follow my marks.
All right, I follow his marks.
All right. You know. Okay, it is definitely Elven. The script is Elven, but the language is some kind of arcane script that doesn't make any sense. It's gibberish to you.
Okay.
Even though the writing itself is Elven. You could make an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
So here we go. You're going to tell me how to open this thing. Hopefully it says just turn this thing over here. I won't turn it.
Hey, well, not bad.
12.
I will give him directions based on that.
You get you managed to figure out like some of the words, and you think it's very ancient Elven word for bane or curse or something like that.
I take a step back.
Excuse me. What are you stepping back for?
I don't like what it says. It sounds pretty ominous. You know what? I probably wouldn't risk
opening it
unless we have a way of getting rid of something like a curse. I mean, you're very welcome to risk it, but I'm getting some heebie-jeebies.
Are you telling me that you got me all this way just to tell me that if I open this, I could die?
Absolutely. I'm sorry. I know it's a real tease of a vault.
Oh, great, wonderful. Hey, what was he saying out there about some kind of dark creatures out there? I didn't quite hear.
What?
Oh, outside, essentially, we're dealing with some elf vampires from the Shadowfell. I've heard of them before. They don't sound like very nice people.
Are you people out of your tiny little minds? Okay, so what do you think? Hey, who leads this group anyway? Who's the boss? You?
Certainly not. Is Lily around? I'll point to the fairy.
Lily's not there. She's in the church. She's in the temple at the moment.
What was
You can feel the tugging on in your hand from the necklace, by the way.
What was the ranger's name again? Sorry.
Althea.
Yeah.
Althea! You're the prettiest one. Are you leading this lot?
Whatever, Milford. Whatever you say.
Do you want me to open this box? It might be cursed.
Let's leave it for later.
Leave it for later.
Should we just sacrifice him?
I'm tempted.
Another wave of apathy and dread pulls through.
Milford, if you want to open it, be my guest. But if you get cursed, there's nothing I can do for you.
Out of interest, you mentioned the necklace was tugging. Is it tugging towards the chest or is it tugging towards the next room?
It's tugging towards the next room.
Okay.
Hey, you know the priest, did he have one of those around his neck?
It hasn't stopped, incidentally.
Yeah.
No, the priest did not have one of those around his neck.
Oh.
Well, not that you could see anyway. He might have had it under his clothes.
Hey, Valis, that looks nice. You have to share some of it?
I'm coming out now. I'm not going back in, so are you sure you don't want me to open this?
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
You only live once, right?
Open.
Yeah, we got only one life. Go for it. I step back, by the way.
I'm standing back.
Everybody's standing back, right?
Hey, Conan.
Like back here, or
No. I'll be near the entrance to the little room, just in case.
So you.
All right, here we
I
go.
got balls.
All right.
I appreciate your courage, Smelvet.
Okay, what am I doing?
By the way, Valis.
Yeah.
You should check the languages. I think I know Sylvan is the language of the.
Yes, I know Elvish and Sylvan.
Oh, lucky you! It's weird that Eladrin has to choose Elven as an extra language.
I know, it's weird, isn't it?
It's messed up.
Excuse me, gentlemen and lady.
Go ahead.
Excuse me.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I know we could die, but I'm trying to concentrate in here.
Oh no, we're good. We're good. We're far away. We're good. Don't worry about it.
Russell.
Yes. You gonna do it?
Are you going to do it? He's saying to himself. Of course you should. You're brave.
Am I gonna make a strength check to open this box?
Yes, but first I'll tattoo with it to see if I can open it properly.
You can't. It requires a strength check.
A what check?
Strength.
Check.
Yep.
We need somebody strong.
Oh no,
help
you
me.
you do it. You can manage to do it. I rolled. You got a 19.
You're 19? So strong, Milford. We believe in you.
And the moment he opens it, everybody sees this black shape, like a shadow, slither out over the edge of the box.
Oh shit!
And slow down onto the floor and disappear.
And like it just disappears into the floor.
It disappears,
or into Milford.
Disappears into the shadows, like it just melds into the wall. Like you can't differentiate it from the darkness.
Is there anything else in the box?
Yes, there is. There's 13 gold pieces, and some copper coins.
Well, they're mine.
I'm so not touching that. Oh.
I'll tell everybody about it before I take them out. We got some copper coins here and gold pieces.
Yeah, you pocket them, mate. You opened the chest. You deserve that.
What could go wrong? Oh shit! What have we done?
I hope it's good.
And
That shape. Did the shape resemble any? Sorry, go for it, Milford.
Did you see the big dark thing that just went misty out the?
Slipped out over the edge of the box.
Yeah, it went
we
out
see
over
that?
the edge of the box.
Across the floor. It
Did
looked like
any of us see that? And if yes, did we identify? Could we recognize the shape to, for example, one of the creatures that we saw?
it was not one of those. You do not think it was one of those.
Okay.
Okay. I
Well,
guess
it's worse then.
It was just like a black shadow that came out and crept over the edge of the box and disappeared into the mist.
Actually, everybody could make a perception check.
Maybe it was just, a shadow of the opening.
Nice.
Ooh,
I can
nice,
guarantee-
Valis.
I can guarantee it wasn't.
Go for it, Althea. Not 20. Go for it.
Come on, Althea. Net 20.
Oh dear.
No.
Close enough.
Oh,
The
no.
7 is close to 20.
All right.
You want to do it, Smelvet? I'll do it after you.
Doing it.
No, you don't see where it goes.
Nah.
Okay, my turn. Oh, yeah. Look at us.
Oh
Oh,
dear.
guys.
Has anyone not made a check? Do I
Me.
need to
Yeah,
make a
Milford.
check? Okay. Oh, dude, I rolled a 1.
So basically, we all went, what black shape?
In fact, Milford, you think it might have gone back in the box?
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure it went back in the box.
You trapped it. That's good.
Okay,
Yeah.
somebody did get a high roll though,
I
didn't
got
they?
20.
You got 20. Okay, well, you saw it go, and then basically through the bars
Oh,
and
no.
down the stairs.
I'm
and
sorry.
it's
Could
gone.
you? Do you mind describing that? I can't get that thing on my screen. Oh, there it is. I lost it for a sec.
It comes out through there, and it
Yeah.
goes, and then it goes through the
there you go.
bars in the gate, and then down the stairs and
Oh,
disappears.
great. So towards where the necklace is tugging. All right.
Yeah.
I'll gather the group and we'll go up to the gate and we'll see if we can get through then.
You say
Alright.
it's a gate or a portcullis?
It's a portcullis.
Oh, is it up or down?
It's down.
What I was thinking is, does the wheel control the portcullis? That's what I
Yeah.
was wondering.
Give the wheel a go.
I'll give the wheel a go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I'll
Here
help.
we go. Why not? We're trying everything else.
I got
All right.
muscles of steel. I'm
This
going
is
to help.
steel.
Push.
All right. So who's going to go back and do that? That's going to be you and
And me.
just you. Okay, you guys, the two short guys. All right. You
Well,
go
we're the
racing
ones
up.
with muscles.
All right. Well, everybody else sees the portcullis start rising. And I mean, the wheel's definitely turning. Something's happening. So you come down and check, and indeed, the portcullis is now risen.
Cool. Is there any sort of mechanism to lock it in place, or do we just turn the wheel
Yeah.
and it's open and it's fine?
I would think that there's some sort of latch or something that will keep it there.
Cool. Let's follow the black misty shape.
Yeah, follow the creepy necklace and the wind.
Yeah, the creepy necklace and the ominous black shape. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't I just lock it up back there?
Bring the box.
Right, onward.
I
Onwards.
can't even lift the box, let alone bring it.
Okay, so we go down the stairs. The sense of dread continues to increase as you go down the stairs.
Is it
Can
me
I
or the
lift this
camera
box?
just tilted?
Yeah, it's definitely tilted.
Oh wow, it did too. That's
Can I
weird.
lift this box?
That is weird. Yeah.
No.
So I saw Smelvet putting his head sideways and I was like, oh, that's going to hurt.
I think that the cell phone that the camera is running off just actually, for some reason, it just died. which is a bit weird because it's plugged in. I'll just start it up again.
Good.
Yeah, no biggie, no biggie.
Okay,
I mean,
so
for me, it's not a big problem.
Well, that's rebooting. You go down into the room, and it is basically it's a octagonal room, and on the four main corners, you come in from, say, you're coming in from the north, just to keep it simple. You see in the center of this room is a platform, and on that platform, above that platform, is hovering this huge black obsidian stone, about 7 to 10 feet in diameter. It's not a regular shape. It looks like it's some kind of fairly natural thing, but it looks like it's been scratched and it's very rough. Certainly in places there's spiky bits coming off it in parts. Other parts are kind of much smoother and shinier, as if it might have been like the outside of a stone that's, you know, when you get a crystal and you break it in half and one part of it is totally shiny and clean and the other outside of it is all scarred and messed up.
Yeah.
Like that.
Cool.
But it's huge and it's
How far?
and the little pendant is tugging towards it, and you immediately realize that this is made of the same substance as what
How
it was.
far away are we from that stone?
Oh, about 20 feet, 20 to 30 feet.
Awesome. So because I'm a little bit of a dick, yeah, go for it.
It's chained in place from four directions, from four pillars that are around the octagon. So the four main points of the octagon make up pillars. There's four pillars where it's chained from.
So just because I'm a little bit of a jerk, I let everyone step just a little bit in front of me, and when I'm behind everyone and they cannot see me, I use thaumaturgy. And I'm going to create ominous whispers emanating from the stone.
You really don't need to do that.
Oh, that's
probably going to happen anyway. In
I
fact,
don't
when you do that, it amplifies it.
Ooh, yeah.
So there is whispers coming from the stone.
There are now, yeah. I mean, he did it, and the stone just amplified them.
Guys, that's not going to fit in the box.
I'll start to walk around and have a closer look. So we've got a black crystal in the middle of a giant room with four chains coming off it. Is there anything kind of around the side? Is there any life in this room?
There is nothing that you can see that is alive in this room. No, but there is the mist still upon the floor. It's just more like vapor now at this point. Sorry, please forgive me. I'm just trying to figure out why my phone is being so weird.
No worries, all good.
I'm just gonna fuck with something. Let's see if this works. That's interesting. Maybe this plug doesn't work.
So, Smelvet, what's your axe called?
Nice.
Billabong.
What? Is that a gnomish word or?
Yeah.
Aussie
gnomish.
Yeah. It's a deep gnome word, mate.
Does that mean it's a hand axe walkabout?
How do you know?
So, incidentally, if your gnome does have an Australian accent, he's dead. A fridge lands on you. Something equally out of character and out of genre occurs.
I'm a dwarf. Okay. If I could make Scottish accents, I would try, because apparently dwarf are supposed to have Scottish accents.
That's true. You've got a French accent. That works. That totally works.
Yeah, okay. I'm already struggling enough as it is to get even an English accent, so I can't try Scottish.
Nailing it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get this phone to charge at least to 1% before I can turn it back on again. I've had to turn off one of my lights basically in order to get power on this charger. For some reason, one of the two chargers I was.
It's fine, no worries. We can always do theatre of the mind. It's not working.
Yeah. All right. Or as long as you guys are happy with that. Okay, so
I am okay with it.
Cool bananas. So there's this huge black obsidian stone in the center of the room. Yes, whispers, that totally works for me. Thank you. I appreciate the idea. I'm totally stealing that.
I'd hate to be the one that's cleaning that, I'll tell you.
the tugging of the necklace is growing stronger, and everybody has this sense that it's calling to them, and you can't really hear this with your ears, but you get this going through your bones.
I'll slowly.
I stop my ominous whispers.
Yeah.
It's like you almost have to speak louder just to hear yourself think over the top of the sound. Is very interfering with you. You will have any kind of wisdom or perception or intelligence checks at disadvantage with this shit going on.
I go closer to the chains and have a look.
All right, you approach the closest chain, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, it's huge. The links are like this big.
Yeah.
And so they're the sort of this thick, as far as the links are concerned. And they appear to be very old.
Yeah.
And blackened and covered in frost. It's fucking freezing in here. And from the walls and the floor, there's crystals of ice growing like spikes from the walls and floor, almost like stalactites and stalagmites. Some of them are coming out at diagonals. So it's automatically quite a sort of, what's the word? Not offensive, aggressive. Yeah, anyway, you get the picture.
Frightening?
Yeah. Threatening.
Threatening, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. So there's this noise, this vibration that's going through you.
I'll keep the necklace up and I'll follow it and I'll approach the crystal.
All right, just as you get to about 10 feet away, you can roll your dexterity for a check, please.
Okie dokie.
Nice.
15.
All right, so you're holding the crystal up like this, right?
Yep.
Okay, is it hanging or are you holding it?
It's hanging. So like I'm using it as a compass. It's kind of like swinging, you mentioned. So I'm following where it's swinging.
Okay, at this point, it's not even swinging. It's just tugging. It's at the full extension of the cord, or the chain or whatever it is. And it's just pulling you towards it, and it's getting harder to hold it. And as you get to about 10 feet, you see this arc of electricity come off the crystal into the stone that you've got on the end of your necklace. And it just lights up and sparks, blinding you for a few moments. Your dex check basically allows you to not get electrocuted by it.
Oh, good.
Maybe you shouldn't get this close to it. I mean, I'm saying that, I'm saying nothing, Valis.
Yeah, I'll take a step back.
I got a suggestion though. You could ask Lily
She's
to hold
here.
it
She's
and
not
to
here.
carry it closer.
Yeah.
I mean, you could call her, and and she flies closer to it. I'm sure she's immune to lightning and stuff.
I don't think Lily's that dumb.
I can't call her. We've got no way of telepathically communicating.
Ah, okay.
I can go and get her at this point. I don't want to do it.
At this point, you hear a voice from behind you on the stairs, because you guys are now in the room, right?
Yeah.
Anybody that turns will see that it is Father Dalaga.
Oh, you came down.
Says, so, I see you have found the stone.
Well, you can't miss it. It's kind of there.
Yeah. But I see you finally came down to join us. Thank you. We could do with your help.
Do you have any idea what it is that you stand in the presence of?
No, that's why it's great you're here. You can explain it to us.
Have you heard of the Pakad Rift?
Have I?
Everybody has heard of the Pakad Rift. It really would be unlikely for you not to have. If you look at the map of Sidarhael, I'm not sure if you have or not, but there's a huge gaping
the big gap in the
gash in the map. And that's the Pakad Rift.
Yes, priest. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Now, are you aware of the story as to how this rift occurred?
Are we?
Well, that's more debatable. I'm going to leave it up to you if you haven't read it.
I think we had heard about the meteor from the moon before, hadn't we? So is this the trail where it's supposed to have hit the earth?
Right, exactly.
It'd be like a bedtime story for kids that
right.
be told.
It's very real.
Right.
Yeah.
This here is a fragment of the rock that destroyed the moon.
The rock that destroyed the moon, and you have that here.
This is a fragment of it.
What could go wrong, right?
What could go wrong?
And pray tell, why do you have a fragment of this almighty evil rock in this tiny town of Graymoor?
I am its guardian.
And you know, I mean, he called it evil, and you did not deny it. That's interesting.
But evil is so subjective.
You're right. You're its guardian. You're a guardian from what exactly?
I keep this thing here so that the rest of the world does not need to face the horrors that may emanate from it.
Please do elaborate. We've seen numerous horrors. It seems odd that someone like you, that's so in the knowledge here, would deny the existence of werewolves and stuff within your people just half an hour ago.
You really don't see this, do you? It's not become clear to you.
It's not become what, sorry?
Clear to you.
Apparently not.
No one should look upon this thing. No one should know of it. No one needs to know it's here. You have cursed yourselves coming to this place. You'll be lucky if this thing will let you leave.
Okay, that's really cool.
Hang on, it wasn't very difficult to get down here.
Yeah, you've done an awful job at protecting this thing so far, I have to say.
Yeah.
Hey, famous last word, Valis. Famous last word. Don't tempt fate, okay?
I mean, if no one's, I'm gonna skip the Australian accent.
Thank you for us.
That's good. Yeah, if no one is supposed to, I mean, I'm gonna be asking this of the guy. If no one is supposed to be down here and looking at this thing, you know, it was. If the little pig monsters were all that it was going to stop us from coming down here, I mean, that's not. There's not much to stop really anyone coming down here. If you didn't want anyone to come down here, why is it so easy to get down here?
Well, we'll be interested to see if you can get out.
Okay. That plays
also
into your,
for the defense
subject of evil, I guess.
I mean, in the defense of the priest, I'm gonna say also that the only reason why we managed to get down here is because Milford is a badass who noticed the secret passage, and I've got muscles of steel that allowed me to move that statue.
Yeah, that's fair.
So let's be honest. Otherwise, there's no way any random schmuck would be able to find it. Let's be honest.
And if this is part of our destiny, we've already done it.
Yeah, and a random schmuck would have been killed by those little pig monsters. So
that's true.
we are pretty badass. I mean, so far, let's be honest. Right, Father? That's why we managed to survive so far. And thanks to your blessing as well. You've been blessing us. And because you've helped us overcome those dangers. Thank you very much. All right, let's go have a drink up there in the tavern, right? Let's go. Time for a drink.
End of one shot.
He steps aside and allows you up the stairs. He says,
right. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me?
It would be wise.
I'm going to try and go.
All right, you can go.
What is he saying?
He says it would be wise never to speak of this place.
What place? Bye.
Right.
000.
All right, you ascend the stairs and you gain access to the exit. You find yourselves back in the courtyard above.
Hey, you know what? It was actually easier to get out than it was to get in.
We're not out yet, guys.
No, you get out. You do get out, and it is easy. There's nothing stops you from getting out.
That's good.
However, the necklace is very heavy now, and it's really tugging to stay.
Okay. I'll still keep hold of it.
In fact, I'm going to say that when you're down there very close to it, it actually snaps the chain and just flies off and reconnects to the stone.
Okay, so it's gone.
Valis, that's probably a better thing. That's actually better like that, because remember what or who had that necklace before.
That's how I imagined it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you draw that, dude?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I was just imagining it as it was happening.
And you just drew it.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
Is that or the premonition was amazing before this?
Do you do commission art or something?
No, God.
Come on, dude, that was great. That was an amazing drawing, especially for the short amount of time that you had.
So I'll go and get Francis.
Oh, right. Okay, your mule. Okay.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, okay, what are you going to do with the mule? He's at the tavern in the stable.
I'm going to see how far I can get out.
You're gonna flee the town.
Okay, so you're guys heading for your mule. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
Okay.
Valis.
Yep.
Valis, I think it's a good idea. It's a good thing that we don't have that stone anymore.
It's fine. Although, if I remember rightly, there's a big chunk of that stone sitting in the temple, carved as one of the gods.
I know, but we shouldn't be talking too loud about it, because otherwise we don't know what that's gonna do or whatever.
Well, we've still got a murder to deal with up here.
Yeah, I know. No, I agree, but I just want to point out that whoever had that stone that's linked to an underground crypt with something written curse on it was a little girl that turned into a wolf and that ended up attacking children. So it's maybe not a bad idea that you are not wearing that around your neck.
I totally agree. I'm happy to be rid of it. But the one thing in all of this that doesn't, and I'll say this out loud in character, like the one thing that doesn't come together for me is I understand wolves and curses. I understand pagan rituals and people having their thing. What I don't understand is why Father Dalagar is denying any of this and yet seems to be a protectorate. I'm yet to work out what he is at all yet. And I'm guessing, is Father Dalagar still with us? Or did he stay down there? Or
he lets you leave. He stays down there, actually, as you leave.
Hey, let's be an ass and just close it behind us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's probably strong enough to open it himself from inside anyway.
Okay, in which case we need to make a decision, because as far as we're concerned, he's the big bad in this town. Are we keeping hold of him? Do we want to keep him in custody, or are we letting him run free?
We don't have any proof that it's him. All we have is that he has a secret cult protecting something that is, as far as I'm aware, is just pagan and not publicly advertised, but is not per se, as far as if I understood correctly, Russell. That's that's Eric asking Russell if I understood it correctly. But my character says that I do not believe that what he believes in is illegal or has been outlawed. It's not forbidden. It's not illegal. Exactly. So we have nothing. The fact that he's protecting his belief is not enough to arrest him.
Okay.
And we don't have any, he's loved by the population here. And so far, the point that he has made that is correct. We are the one that came in, killed the little girl, that we don't know how many people saw her transform or not. So we have to be careful. Althea did the right thing, and I don't want her to end up paying the price because a bunch of uneducated schmucks from this place don't want to believe our words. So we have to stick by it. And if we leave now, odds are we're going to have the murders pinned on us.
Mm-hmm.
Because then they're going to rewrite whatever they want.
Right.
I don't know if it's the priest, but if it is, we don't have any proof. We need to do more.
Milford, you arrive at the stables.
Francis, what do you say we get out of this town? At least we go as far as we think we can go.
His ears prick up and he starts kind of shifting around because he doesn't like this place either. He's been against it since the moment you crossed into the Frostmoor Pass.
He's more intelligent than any of us, that's for sure. Okay, all right. He settles them up, gets on them.
Okay.
And he he's got his sword by him and everything. He wants to see how far he can get before something stops him.
Okay. So what are you guys doing? You're having this conversation in the church?
I guess maybe,
well, as long as we don't have anyone near us that can hear, because I don't want to antagonize the priest more, the father, the more than we already have.
Right. Well, he's still in the crypt as far
Yeah,
as
but
we know.
if we, what I mean is, if we talk about it where the nuns or the priestess can hear,
Right.
she would probably repeat it to him.
Okay, so you could have this conversation in the courtyard, maybe?
Yeah, I keep an eye out for in case there's someone else. And we definitely need to talk to Oswald and tell him what happened with the girl, because he will be freaking out about what actually happened.
Right.
Clearly, there's a lot to get our heads around. Maybe we should sleep on it.
What happened? And first, we need to tell Oswald about the girl, what happened, and why Althea shot her or shot the wolf that turned into the girl. But I think everything that happened underground, we keep it under wrap for the moment. We don't know if Father is an enemy, and until we know for sure, I don't want to put him against us openly anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so Barry, you arrive at the stables, you're doing the thing with the mule, you get out of the stables when you run into Oswald. Where are you going? What's all this about? I'm a sick man, I don't have time for this.
Well, I'm just
What are you doing?
gonna check over there for a minute.
What are you checking? Well, people are in the temple now, are they not? Where's the priest?
The priest is in his underground compartment.
Is he alive?
Shit.
Well,
He
I
better
was
be alive. You
here,
haven't killed him too, have you? Have you killed anybody else while you were in
He's
there?
alive. He's alive.
What about the priestesses? Have you hurt anyone? Why do they send us these rogue mercenaries? I asked for justices of the peace. What are you? Scoundrels. You're all scoundrels. A little girl is dead because of you.
A little girl that turns into a wolf.
What? Turned into a wolf. What nonsense is this?
This is not nonsense, my lord.
And you have proof of this, I assume?
I have several friends that saw it happen.
Ah, the same said scoundrels I was just talking about.
About the mum of the boys that were attacked. Metagaming pigeon.
Why don't you take me to them?
To my companions?
Yes. We'll bring them here, one or the other.
He turns around, he says, follow me and the donkey.
All right, he does.
Okay, I go over to where you guys are.
Okay, so it's just across the street, really.
Yep.
Why are you bringing the donkey for? Is there some use for it? This mule?
I look at you guys and say, I'm going to see how far I can get.
Well, you're outside the church, right? And
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware, well, I mean, it said you could get out, so the door must be open. Somebody must have opened. Oh, you unlocked.
Yeah.
You turned the wheel, so that's why it's unlocked. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you get inside, and yeah, okay. Please continue. Sorry.
Hey guys, I'm going to see how far I can get before something stops me.
Okay. But
Are you coming back?
Of course.
Okay.
What do you think I am?
Well,
He turns around.
You see Oswald, because this is happening in the courtyard. He stepped out into the courtyard, and Oswald follows him down into the courtyard. He's got a walking stick today, and he steps down off the steps from the back door of the temple down into the courtyard, and he's looking at you while you're having this conversation.
Oswald, good thing that you're here. We've got some things to report.
Where is Delagar?
He still had some things to do inside the temple, but he will be coming
I want
out.
to talk to him.
No, we didn't torture him. What the hell are you
I
talking
said
about?
I wish to speak to him. Where is he? I need to talk to him now.
Give me a second. I will go and get him. He was in some rituals. As a priest myself, I will go and make sure that...
Rituals? This is no time for rituals. A little girl's dead.
I know. I will go and get him. Wait for me here. And I go back inside to try and get him. I mean, the father did say that he didn't want anyone to know about that, so I'm not going to let Oswald go down there. Or even know there is a path down there. So I go back to the path, I go down there, and I I call the father.
All right. Well, so you're calling for him, but he's obviously he can't hear you because he's not there.
No, I mean underground. I go in the
you're going to
passage
go
and I go
back
in.
down. Right.
And I call him out.
Now you guys are standing in the courtyard with the statue next to the hole.
Oh, okay. So the hole is still uncovered.
Well, no, it's not. No, the hole's not uncovered. That's true. That you put the statue back. That's true. You did say that you closed it. So,
okay, so I go inside.
How do you
to look for him
inside the temple?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
that's what I thought you were doing to begin with.
Yeah. Sorry, misunderstood something. Shit. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
So what's everybody else doing while that's happening? He looks over at the gnome. He walks over to you. What are you exactly? Some kind of dwarf? A halfling? Ah, you look like a gnome. What kind of gnome are you? He points a stick at you. Prods you in the shoulder.
A deep gnome, mate.
Deep gnome, eh? Never met a deep gnome in my life.
Well, now you have.
Where is this father? What's going on? What have you found? Have you done anything useful so far?
Come inside. Come inside. I go back and get him, so at least he gets away from the the hole.
Okay. All right. He turns
around.
Where are we going inside now? Surely the father can come to us here. And he starts coming in and he's just grumbling about it.
Well, there might be another exit. He may have gone outside to look for you.
What? Another exit? There's no other exit. The front door and the back door to this temple. I've been here 1,000 times.
Yeah, I haven't. So how about we just wait for him in here? We stay here with you.
Oh, bugger all this. I'm going up to his room to knock on the door.
All right, go for it.
Starts going up the stairs. Oh, can you help me here?
Yeah, I help him.
All right. You help him up the stairs. And as he's going up the stairs, you see him coughing. And you notice more blood on his hand from the coughing.
Yeah. Anything I can do to help you with that?
With what?
Priest.
God, with what? What are you going to help me with? Huh?
Magic.
Well, do what you will. If you wish to bless me, I'm sure the gods would recognize something perhaps from you, but not from me. He's just muttering nonsense at this point.
Okay.
Starts banging on the door. There's no answer, of course, because the father's not there.
I don't know, maybe he can teleport and he went back in.
Okay, so everybody else, what are you guys doing?
Is the body still in the temple? The body of the girl?
It's been dressed and it's actually been taken out. It's gone now. Yeah, it's been dressed and taken back to her home.
Okay, so they're not like hiding it or anything. It's just
no. It's just being dealt with appropriately as far as you can tell. It's according to their customs. So they're going to take it to the house for 3 days and mourn her for 3 days, and the family and friends and the whole village will go in and they'll take her gifts and things and tell stories of her life and try to make sense of this epic tragedy.
Well, I imagine we'll explain to Oswald what's happened and that 2 children were attacked by a wolf. Althea,
so you're going to follow
the scene.
You follow
shot
up
it, and to Oswald.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shot. Who? What?
Essentially, we'll tell him the truth.
You telling me that you saw her turn into a wolf?
Yes, and I doubt we're the only ones. The kids, I believe, are still alive. They have no reason to lie to you. You could ask them and get this vouched for.
Well, there's certainly a faction of people out there who are not very pleased with the situation, and they're not willing to listen to reason. Very well. I'll see what I can do. I'll go to the tavern and try and raise some sense into these people.
That would be appreciated. Thank you.
Try not to cause any more trouble.
I'm sure we will.
That's what I'm afraid of. He wanders off.
Ta-ta for now.
Looks back at you. Ta-ta. Ta-ta yourself. All right, he goes away.
So while we're waiting for Father to come back out, I explained to Oswald what actually happened, how we heard the screams outside of children when we were talking, and then we ran outside and saw a wolf bounding away from the children, and then
this is the same story that Valis just told him, basically.
I didn't go into too much detail. I wanted to be quick, but essentially, yeah, I told him everything that happened, and I told him it truthfully. I told him, and as we saw it last session.
Right. And you're doing pretty much the same thing, is that right?
Yes, but I tried to add the names, the description of the 2 children who had been attacked by the wolf, and of the people that were in the street at that moment that must have seen the wolf rushing through or rushing away at the very least.
All right, well, I'm going to say that in order to tell him this extra information, you follow him down to the front door of the temple as he's leaving, going back to the tavern, where he's going to go and try and raise some sense from these people. Okay. All right, so you have delivered this information, and he has gone now, and the temple is quiet except for 2 priestesses who are sitting in corners in prayer and meditation and silence.
I don't bother them.
All right.
Hey, Valis, Althea, Smelvet, do you think Milford is ever coming back?
So Milford, what did you do? You're getting on your donkey again, and you're off.
Yep, I'm going as far as I can go within reason, and seeing if anything's going to stop me. Any strange things happen? Any attacks? Any
You reach the end of the zone, you cannot go any further.
Yeah, right. You walk into the edge of the zone and it's just like...
I'm seeing if there is an edge of the zone somewhere.
Well, it starts to get dark.
And you can't see in the dark.
I think my courage will be at its normal rate, and I'll sit around and go back.
Okay. All right, so you'll be doing that for a good little while.
Yes.
Probably be back in the tavern by then.
All right. So you guys all go back to the tavern. All right, cool. All right, so back in the tavern, if I'm assuming everybody we have consensus here with the tavern.
Yep. I'm going to have a meal, and I'm going to have beers, plural, or mead and ale, plural.
Smelvet. What are you doing, Smelvet? You with them?
I don't drink.
You don't drink? Oh, you're an...
What?
The barbarian gnome is abstaining.
Straight edge gnome.
I have other vices, but I'm not going to share them with the group just yet.
He's
Ooh, I like.
He's learned that he only needs a thimble of alcohol to fuck him up.
That's good. I order an ale for everyone, and anyone that doesn't touch it, I drink it.
All right. You notice that the tavern is unusually quiet this evening.
I mean, someone died, so a child died.
There's almost
killed by one of us. So.
Even Sarg, who usually is quite gruff, but still quite proactive, seems to be sitting quietly in the corner, not really talking to anyone or doing anything much.
I think she was quite close to the dark elf that got killed as well. I think she was her friend. So,
I think in a town this small, they're all probably friends.
Maybe not friends, but yeah, they probably all know each other and stuff like that, and have a history to it.
Without going. Oh, sorry. Without going on a complete side quest, on the way back, can we also go to the Fletcher and pick up the arrow for Althea? That we were
yes, you can.
Great. Okay, Althea, you have a silver-tipped arrowhead, I imagine.
Right. Good plan. Excellent. Okay, so you now have the silver-tipped arrow. Very good. All right, next. So eventually, Milford Brixton comes riding back. It's about, I don't know, it'll be about 8, 9 o'clock by then. Because
Milford came back.
It was getting dark. So it's now it's fully dark and it's very cold.
Right, put the mule back in the barn. I know you were hoping to leave. Don't look at me that way. Don't look at me that way. Can't leave these people here. God knows what might happen.
So the tavern door bangs as Milford Brixton walks in, covered in snow and frost again.
Well, I got about, and nothing happened.
Good.
Alright.
Good to know. Clearly, he was talking bullshit.
I'm glad
So-
you came back.
I'm going to have a cigarette while you guys work out what you're going to do.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm guessing so. Tomorrow we've got to get to this. Craig, just a bit of backstory. So we basically we've done a lot in the last 2 sessions. All we really know in the future is that tomorrow at midday-ish, some woman is going to turn up at a tree that we know the location of, that has some carving in it, and at the foot of the tree is going to leave like a sword or a weapon or something that we imagine will help with the curse of this land. There was some guy that got killed in session 1, had a note to this woman and was doing some investigating, and something important is going down just outside of town at about midday tomorrow. So we need to be there for that. Or I guess we can handle it one of 2 ways. Either we can go in and meet her and have a conversation and see if we can convince her to give us the sword, or, I mean, it's a drop point. They're literally just leaving it by the tree and then leaving, and then Sir Thomas was going to go collect it. So we could always just hang out like around the edge and wait for her to do it and then pick it up after she goes. But it depends if we want to have a conversation or not.
Personally,
We
I
know
don't want
what-
to have the
do we know-
conversation.
Do we know what kind of weapon it is?
Where are my notes?
Sword, I think.
Yeah, we know. I think it's a sword, and it's coming from something called Swords of the Lady, which is a druid circle that operate in the area. We haven't met any of them, but we know they're around this druid circle. There's some weird animal stuff that's going on, and we don't know if they're involved at all, but they seem to have connections to this woman called Cillian. And she's going to leave this. I've got it at the foot of a tree with an engraving. The letter was to someone called Ulrich.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we should talk to the person, because that's more likely to have them not give us the weapon.
Yeah, I agree. I'd be quite happy just sneaking and stay put.
Plus, the person is supposed to be just a courier. They may not have any information about what it is that is actually going on.
Hello.
Has anybody looked at the so-called nuns that he has to see if they've got necklaces too?
I think we did, didn't we? And I don't think they had anything.
If they did, we didn't see any of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, although the same way we didn't see anything on him.
Yeah.
The girl had one, didn't she?
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
only-
that's
the
what
only
guided us
connection-
underground.
Yeah, the only connection to the weird black stone underground is that necklace that came from the girl that was a werewolf.
There was 2
Yeah.
things. Yeah, there was one. There was the necklace on that girl, and 2, inside the temple that we were just in, there was a statue of basically one of like the betrayer gods, one of the gods that you're not really supposed to praise. There was a statue of him made out of that black stone, and it was like hidden away in a corner in like a secret.
Okay.
I mean, those gods they're not actually forbidden.
No.
There's nothing illegal. It's just that their cult tends to be mostly hidden, and part of the way to worship them is to be secretive about it. That's more the point, rather than really like, oh yeah, no, we shouldn't be. Otherwise, yeah, that I would know about. I mean, as a cleric and an acolyte, they would tell me, hey, that shit is illegal. No one should be worshipping this. No, I would know that. And this is not one of those things. Or I was sleeping again during the lesson, so that happens. Ooh, free beer. I take yours, Smelvet.
All
Is
right.
there anything else anyone wants to do tomorrow apart from, like, is there any alleys people want to take?
Do we know which tree it is?
Yes, it's got a carving of, I think it was a carving of a face or something on there.
Yeah.
Now,
That's good.
now-
how about? But do we know where the tree actually is? Because
Yes,
that's
it said where the tree was. It's right by Sir Thomas's house.
okay. Good. All right.
you fellas have been through Sir Thomas's house, haven't you?
Yes, yeah, we have.
Hey, Smelvet, Is it okay for you to actually share a room with 3 of us? Because Althea has her own room.
During
We've
your
got a
conversation,
connecting
Sarg
door.
left the room, by the way.
I'm fine. I'm tiny. I can go anywhere. So I'm
Okay.
happy as long as I've got somewhere to rest my head. I'm completely fine.
It's just that on the first day we were here, like within an hour of us arriving in this town, someone tried to burn us down.
You said you got
So
some books. Who's got the books?
Yeah, I got the books, and I'll put the books onto the table.
ugh, books again.
What?
I
You
go
mind-
grab another beer.
Hey, you mind if I read them?
Yeah, knock yourself out.
And I do. I make myself comfortable and start to read and listen at the same time.
Russell, I think what we agreed our plan for the next day would be is to try and get to this tree where the drop point is happening, and we want to hide and stay and watch the events that occur, ready to potentially pick up whatever this thing that is dropped off is after the courier leaves.
Okay. All right. Well, Sarg returns somewhere towards the middle or the end of this conversation, about when I came back in. And she walks over to your table. She says, the festival's being, we have funeral things to arrange. Not sure much change is happening.
Anything we need to know about?
I think they have gathering in the temple tomorrow with the body. They make decision.
Is there
You know
something
what time?
everyone's invited to?
What's that?
Sorry, go ahead, Farnan.
Tomorrow morning, afternoon, what time?
The evening, I think.
Evening. Okay.
Same time as festival with solstice come.
Okay.
Russell, has she got a necklace? I want to roll my perception to see if she's got one.
Okay. I'll roll your perception for you.
I didn't think about it, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can't tell. I mean, if she does, it would be underneath her clothes, so it's very difficult to say.
Oh, Milford, your dog.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
The town is quiet. The inn is quiet.
Well, thank you, Sag, for that. One more beer, please.
And then to bed.
What? Oh, okay. All right, Valis. And while I'm drinking, because no one else doing anything, that's going to, just saying what my character does, but not actually spending any time on doing that. I ask everyone where they come from, and I share some details about my own, my life before becoming a justice warden, because we're supposed to work together for a whole year. So it's assuming.
Or until you solve the mystery, basically. That's the short story.
I heard they said on my paper it's a whole year, so I want to be one for a year.
Right. It also said that it's confined to the town of Graymoor for a year and a day, or until such a time as the unrest has been settled, essentially.
Shit, I want to stay a justice warden.
Easy. You just don't solve the mystery and live in Graymoor, and you can be a justice warden in Graymoor.
No, that would mean I would be a shitty justice warden. But I still talk with the group and tell them things about where I came from. The town I came from, stuff like that.
Very well.
Just not role playing it actually, because otherwise we won't have time to finish. Yeah.
All right, we've got 30 minutes now, so
yeah.
I don't know if we're going to make it through the
next day.
In a day.
Next day.
All right, so you wake up the next morning.
Okay, we didn't die. That's good.
And you're not dead. This is true. And you emerge from your rooms, I assume, at some point.
Yes.
And you come downstairs. Okay. All right. Still very quiet. Saga's there. She serves you breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And it is hearty and good. And the dwarven cook has done a fine job of spicing it up with some sort of, something that Falman will recognize. Nobody else will, but he'll be appreciative of it. And right, you're all ready to go. What are you guys going to do? It's about, what time would it be for you guys?
Early, like 8.
8? Okay. All right.
Early-ish.
Yeah.
All right. The young boy.
Oh, that was a long rest. Do we do the long rest for our hit points and powers and stuff?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Do you remember the boy? Do you remember Gwill? Oswald's boy Gwill?
Yep.
He comes through the front door and he goes past you and he nods to you as you go. He says, "Have you seen Oswald this morning?"
No. Is he looking for us?
I don't know. I haven't seen him yet.
Oh.
Let's go check in his room. I mean, he has an office here at the tavern, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go check that.
Bang, bang, bang.
No answer.
Bang, bang, bang.
No answer.
So I try to open the door.
That's locked.
Milford, do your thing, man.
All right, Milford, you take out your lockpicks and stuff. All right.
Could everybody turn around? I don't like being watched.
Milford, you break your lockpick.
Oh shit!
Shit, it was bad.
So can we look now?
You've got other tools, but that one was. You'll have to take another few minutes to do it. You can keep trying.
Tricky lock this one. Wait a minute.
I turned around. What was the problem?
Maybe we should look.
Okay, after about 5 to 10 minutes, he finally gets the door open. He's, finally you hear the click, and you swing the door open, and you are confronted with a rather gory scene.
Oh shit!
And Oswald has been torn to pieces. There's black fur everywhere, mostly from his coat, and he's split open, and his chest is revealed. His internals are all hanging out. He doesn't look very happy. He's quite dead. He looks like he died quite horribly.
And we didn't hear anything during the night. Holy shit.
Also, the window has been smashed open.
And we didn't hear that either? Wow, we suck at just this warden, guys.
Right under your noses.
Yeah. That's not good.
Is there any tracks, blood tracks, anything?
You can make an investigation check.
Smart, Smelvet.
I will make an investigation. I'm not proficient, but what is?
I'm gonna help you. I'm helping you. I see what
All
you're
right.
doing, and I'm helping you.
Roll an advantage.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it's not intimidation.
All right.
18.
18. Okay, yeah, certainly there's blood trails leading up to the window, back out through the window. You're on the ground floor, incidentally, so whatever or whoever came through didn't have a great deal of difficulty.
And is it bipedal?
There's yes and no. There's both.
Ooh.
It
There's
begins.
both.
Yeah, but the trail that leads away into the snow, which it's hard to tell because it's been snowing all night, and so the tracks themselves have been covered. So really, all you can go by is the frozen blood stains and the dribbles of blood in the snow. So you've outside the window itself, you see both types of prints.
Okay.
But that's all you can really gather, because there's an eave there, like an awning that goes out over the side of the building, and that's protected it from the snow somewhat.
Out of interest, does the blood lead off towards the grove that we followed the tracks to last time?
Nope.
Different direction. Do they lead back to the temple?
They lead around the tavern before they disappear.
Okay.
Is anything in the room, like, is it being turned over as if someone was looking for something or anything like that?
Now that you're looking around, you see that there is, like, his bed's been thrown over. There's a box under the bed, and it's actually, there's a box full of silver pieces, quite full of silver pieces. Like, there must be a couple of hundred silver pieces in there. You haven't counted them, but you estimate maybe 200 silver or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's exclusively silver too.
Okay. That's like the silver pieces that people put under their doors.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. I mean, he's also a tax collector, so there's that to consider.
Makes
Right.
sense.
And gold pieces are quite rare in such an area, I would guess.
Yeah.
But no
But
one
does that-
stole
does
the
that-
money,
but-
so that was not a robbery because the money is still there.
Right.
Mm.
So
But so the bed being tossed and stuff, does that look like someone? I mean, it's hard. I mean, going CSI on this, but it's like,
Yeah.
does it look like whatever it was that possibly was involved in killing the guy, looking like they were looking for something?
It could have been, yeah. It could have been like that. It's hard to say, or it could have been someone making it look like something else, or it could have been just for fun. It could have been part of a rage. You know, generally things have been knocked over in the melee, so there's a bit of a
I'm
mess.
gonna make a run for the statue.
Okay, so you're going to go all the way back to the temple.
To the statue.
How does Gil
Right.
react, by the way, when he saw that?
Will hasn't seen this yet.
Okay.
You went in front of him.
I'm
right?
keeping him outside.
Okay, you keep him outside. Okay. So where's Oswald? Is he all right? What's going on?
Have
you found something? Why was the door locked?
Go find Father.
Father Gallagher.
Yeah,
Father
go find
Gallagher?
him. Yeah, go find him.
Nobody's seen him all night.
there's a surprise.
Okay, go find Sag.
All right, I'll find Sarg. All right, he runs off.
I mean, it is her tavern.
Right. All right, so a couple of minutes later, Sarg turns up at the door. What's going on?
Close the door behind you and come in.
She comes in.
Don't let Gwyll come in. This is what we found. Gwyll came looking for Oswald. We opened the door. This is what the scene that we saw.
She lets loose a stream of orcish profanities.
And apparently no one has seen the priest either since yesterday.
Dalagar no around.
No.
This is very bad.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Be careful, we might be next.
Well, remember when we arrived, someone tried to kill us already as soon as we arrived, so.
Not very good job, though.
Well, that's because we're really good. I punch her in the shoulder.
Respect.
Okay. Well, I've got a few errands to run, but do you know a few people that you can trust that could, take care of his body, clean it, dress it properly, and bring it to the temple?
Take care of the pieces, yes.
Well, there's not much else we can do. I mean, he still deserves, proper funeral.
Yes. I find Eldria. I think that's her name.
Also, do you have some kind of chest or like some place where we could put the money? And I point at the silver pieces that are, that are lying around. Those are probably the taxes that at some point will be collected. You don't want to lose that, otherwise your village is going to get in trouble. Your town is going to get in trouble.
I take care of it.
Thank you.
Maybe you
Sorry,
leave
does the,
now.
Yeah,
do the in, sorry, I was going to just, I don't know if I asked this before, but do the injuries like to the body, does it look like weapons or does it look like something a little bit more animal?
Certainly more animal. Yeah, for sure, animal. And by far not your average animal either. These guys are kind of used to what these guys have seen it before, so they know what they're dealing with. I mean, the rest of you guys have all seen this.
Big
So injuries
down the back.
Yeah, the same.
Any
sort
bite
of
mark?
injuries.
Like on the animals? Because that would be new.
Mostly claws. Yeah, it's just claws as far as you could tell. You think claws?
Okay.
So we explained to Smelvet. I guess I explained to
the heart.
Smelvet what we actually saw before, the type of injuries were like claw marks like that. Same on the horses and stock animals that had been killed, but
The
on
heart.
the animals they were
The heart
hide
is-
bigger.
Sorry,
The heart
is missing.
the heart is missing. That's new.
Not entirely. It was also the same case as Zaylant, I believe.
No, remember that other girl lost her heart too.
because Barry said that she was heartless.
Oh yeah,
Drow elf. A heartless drow elf.
Yeah.
It's still snowing outside too, just for the by and by.
We attempt to follow the blood.
All right.
I know Alfia, our ranger, is probably still quite adept at that. You were good at it last time.
Let's have some survival checks from Alfia.
I try to help you. I'm
Following it?
trained.
All right.
I'm trained, so I help you.
Okay. So you get an advantage. Everybody else who's not looking at the ground, anyone that's not looking at the ground, so basically not Felman and not Althea, you notice that there's a strange weather pattern beginning to form above Graymoor.
Okay. Like black anonymous or like thundery?
Like a circular ring of cloud that goes all the way around the horizon.
Man, nice roll.
You are so on it with the sevens today.
The sky above you is actually still clear, but
and it's snowing.
it is snowing.
I checked the snow. Is it actually? Oh, sorry. I was helping Althea, so I didn't notice that. Sorry.
Yeah, and the tracks seem to go back into the bar.
Okay, right. Right, because you're tracking with your nose and you smell beer. Okay, never mind then.
Is it snow or is it ash?
It's snow. It's
Okay.
snow.
Where is the snow coming from then?
The sky. It's just
But there's no
falling.
cloud.
Yeah, there's a ring of clouds, but it's not above you. It's very strange indeed.
Okay.
So did you say the cloud is like cylindrical? Like if we look up, it's like a.
It's like the eye of the storm.
Eye of the storm, but is this the center's not above us?
The center is pretty much above you. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does
So
the snow
centered over the town?
Yeah.
Ominous.
Can I
Right, guys.
try a nature check? I'm not trained in nature and I've got +0, but I'm trying to understand what kind of, if this is natural, of this, there would be some kind of arcane thing
Yeah, you
linked
can
to
make
that.
make a nature check if you like.
All right, nature. 7.
I thought it was a 1 for a moment. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
well, maybe sometimes when it gets so cold, the snow solidifies before the clouds have even properly formed and start dropping the snow. Maybe that's
That's natural. That's all good.
Yeah,
Don't worry about that. It's normal.
Yeah, you've seen that in the mountains.
I've seen that in the mountains before. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so Milford, you race to the temple, and when you get there, you see the door is open because there's people going in, and there's a group of people bringing the girl's body back in again, and she's been dressed again, and she's now in a box, and so this coffin is now sitting in the center of the main temple room, and they're preparing the space for the townsfolk to come in later. So you have to go through the temple to get to the courtyard.
Yeah.
Right, so then you go out the back door, and various priestesses and priests and their various attendants see you go past, and they're like, okay, they look kind of a little surprised. And you go out through the back door into the courtyard, and the statue is still sitting over the entrance, as far as you are aware.
Okay, let's move it.
Any tricks?
Any tracks? You want to let's make you a check for that.
Yeah. I'm not a trek expert, but I'm game to have a go. Any blood? That kind of thing.
You don't see any tracks or any blood.
I moved the statue again.
All right, strength check for that.
If I struggle too much, I ask Smelvet to help me.
I will help you.
All right.
I'll help you.
So do I have advantage on my
Yes.
strength check?
Yes, sir.
16.
16. Okay, very good. You moved the statue.
Thanks to advantage.
Right. All right. The statue was moved. The entrance is before you. Where is
Let's go
everybody
check.
at this one?
I think everyone's with us. I
Everybody's
guess.
with you?
I mean, I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
so. And because maybe Father couldn't get out because we closed it behind us. Is he just behind when we open it? Is he right there?
No, he's not.
With a scowl on his face?
He's not.
Okay. All right. Oh, shall we go back down?
Yeah, it's not my favorite place, but it's the only place we can go.
I mean, we need to try to see if the priest is down there or not.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Did that noise again?
This time it wasn't me. It wasn't me this time.
We got the arrow with us.
Yeah, I think Althea has the arrow. Do you have the arrow?
Yeah, she does. I'm assuming she does. There's no reason why she would not have it.
You never know. Sometimes elves are whimsical.
That's true. Yeah, I'd expect the Eladrin to be a bit more whimsical, to be fair.
Just follows Althea will say, no, I left it in the room.
Right. Okay, so you guys go down the stairs, I assume.
Yeah.
Well, I do anyway.
I get down.
Yeah, I'll follow.
I go first.
Okay,
All right.
you're following. Okay.
And as I go
No.
down, because I'm really nervous about going back down there, I move slowly and I've got the dodge action activated, giving disadvantage to whoever is going to try to smack the bejesus out of me if I notice them.
Okay. All right. Well, you get to the first room, and it appears as you left it.
I call out the name of the priest. I call him out.
Gallagher.
Dalagar. Yeah, I keep on forgetting his name.
There's no answer.
Shit.
Second room.
But the gate is, the portcullis is lowered again.
Okay, let's open it. Maybe that's why he couldn't get out. Yeah. Smelvet, you want to help me?
Sure.
All right,
All
let's do it.
All right. You don't need to roll. You open the portcullis. All right. And the gate now is open. Descend to the next floor.
Is there a way to block the portcullis so that it doesn't close behind us and
Okay. You could find. You'd have to sacrifice a dagger or a weapon or something like that to do it.
We got dungeoneering packs, right?
Yeah. I assume so.
Well, they'd have pitons and things in it, so we could.
Right.
some of us do. I don't.
Right. You have
Oh, just double check.
a priest's pack, I'm sure.
Yeah, I've got a priest pack. I got a candle and a blanket and a block of incense.
Right. You could use the incense. That'll work. As before, there's still vapor rising from the icy floor.
I call him his name again now that it's been open.
No response. And the sound is getting louder in your ears. It's deafening. It's starting to become deafening.
Let's go see in the room with the stone in case something happened to him over there, or if something happened. Period.
All right.
Everyone's
So-
okay with that? Everyone agrees?
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right. When you arrive
Excellent point.
at the bottom of the stairs, you see some form of Father Dalagar. He's somewhat still a humanoid. He's somewhat lycanthrope,
Oh, fuck.
lying on the floor in front of the stone, and there's electricity arcing out of the stone into his body.
Mm.
And he's laying there receiving this energy from the stone.
Does he have blood on his hands?
On his hands and fur. Yeah, he does.
Like a lot, because the way the body was shredded.
Yeah, he's covered in blood.
Okay, so
You guys need any more evidence?
no,
I think it's
that's
safe to
No.
say we've found our murderer.
yeah. At this point, yeah. I liked him. He was an asshole. I liked him.
So you're saying, like, with the energy coming out of the stone, he's sort of half human. Well, he's humanoid, but is he like mid-transformation or something?
Yeah, he's something's definitely going on. He's like halfway between a hybrid and a human, actually. Like He's not even a hybrid, not even a full
Okay.
hybrid at this point.
And that electrical energy that came out and hit you, Dallas, before, is that right?
Well, it did.
Was that?
It actually didn't quite hit him. He just avoided it.
Dodged out of the way. Yeah.
It hit the stone that he was holding.
But he's kind of like absorbing it, like full emperor from.
Yeah.
He's receiving it. Yeah. You also notice. Well, actually, anyone who wants to make a perception check.
I will definitely make a perception check. Because I am awesome at perception, apparently.
I'm going to do it. I'm the bomb in perception. 13. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Stop share.
Smelvet.
10.
10. Okay. Anybody else? No.
Yeah, just quickly.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, go for it. Not 20.
Oh, I'm done. It was only 11.
Yep.
Not nat 20.
No, he was calling for a nat 20, I think. Oh man, you guys suck tonight. All right, I'm going to roll for
Scott, have you literally only rolled 7s the entire evening?
Yeah, today is only 7 day.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Smelvet, did you make a roll?
Yeah, I did. It's got 10.
Okay.
Okay.
What happened to the arrow after you fired it?
Which it hit the wall, didn't it?
Did it go into the wall though?
No, it just bounced off and landed on the wall.
Is the thing still on the end of it? The silver?
That's a
I
different arrow.
haven't used that special arrow yet.
I would probably notch it.
He's only just got that arrow back, Barry.
Oh. I'll get my arrow ready.
All right, so what do? Do we attack it?
I don't see why not. I mean,
all right.
You're welcome to have a conversation with him if you want to, but I'm
all right.
On this guy.
On the count of 3, we all blast at the same time, and I say 1, 2, 3, and I circuit flame his ass.
Okay, initiative.
It's probably a bad idea, but let's be honest, that's all we can do at this point.
Yeah.
All right, initiative. Not 20 initiative. Come on. Nope, 3. Well, nope.
Maybe it's a surprise round. Who knows?
Yeah, let's hope so.
Mine was 7, Russell.
Yours was 7. Okay. One moment, please. I'm just going to do it on paper because it's too slow. All right. So Valis is 7. What have you got?
Wow.
Was that you, Scott?
Yeah. I'm not going to bother attacking anything.
Scott, did you get a 7 again?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay, wow.
Oh, wow. Smelvet. Nice.
22.
Smelvet. 22.
Where we find out Althea's got like a tattoo of the number 7 on her arm or something.
Right. All right. Barry, I'll roll your initiative. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm going last with a 3.
Yeah, I reckon it's probably accurate.
Again. Okay. All right. And well. Okay. All right. Smelvet, roll to attack.
Right. Well, is it lying on the ground? So is it prone?
Yeah, he's prone, but he's about to get up.
Okay. So do I have advantage on my attack?
All right. I'll give you advantage.
As a bonus, bonus action, I'm raging as well.
All right, go for it. And what are you attacking with?
Great Axe.
Great Axe.
I'm sorry, did you say advantage?
Yes, you do. And you're moving as well, taking your movement to get to him?
Yeah, moving up to him, yeah. So I'm in melee range.
Okay. All right, so
Oh, sorry. Fuck. I need to... Sorry, I didn't share my screen. I rolled 15 with advantage.
15 with advantage. You hit. Damage.
Goodies. Damage will be 11 plus 2. It doesn't add my rage bonus, so
okay.
13.
13. All right.
Yep.
All right, so 13. Cool. All right, so next is Milford Brixton. Milford, what are you attacking with? If indeed you are attacking.
Bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow? Okay, so you plus 5 to hit. Oh, dude, your bow snaps.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
You pull it back and the string just goes and it breaks.
Oh, crap.
Okay, that's that. Valis.
Looking at the werewolf getting up, I will focus on it. I'm going to put both my hands out, and this energy is going to kind of stream out of it for just a second. And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire in the cube just in front of him, and I'm going to try and make this light this werewolf up.
All right, cool. And he's transforming, by the way, as you do this. All right, go roll your roll. Do you roll the hit, or do I roll the saving throw?
He rolls a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
He's got to beat 12.
Oh, he fails.
He fails.
Yep.
He just has this like pink and kind of green energy glowing all around him, and he's got this little like pink crosshair right on the middle of his head there that I add to it. Okay. And it means all attacks against him now get advantage.
Wow.
A minute, and it's a concentration spell.
Wow. Okay, so you're just going to concentrate on this basically.
And I'm just going to kind of walk around the edge of the room, just hugging the wall, trying to stay away.
All right.
That's Fairy Fire.
That's Fairy Fire.
That's a good one.
Nice.
All right, Althea, your attack.
All right, it's time for Super Duper Arrow, and thankfully, with the Fairy Fire, I'll get a bonus to that. So let's see if I can roll higher than a 7.
Well, with advantage, so you should be. Let's see.
2 7.
You're kidding.
No, he was kidding. Here we go. Wrong. It's lagging at my end. I don't even see the dice.
No, I don't either.
Oh, that's even worse. 2 4s. Oh my God, that's so unfair.
That's phenomenal.
I'm so sorry out there. This sucks for you. Okay, well, you take your shot from over there, and the silver arrow essentially just misses him and hits the stone and bounces off.
Does the silver stay on?
Yes, it does. The head stays on the arrow. The arrow does not break, luckily. Okay, so next is Balman.
All right. Because it's a surprise round still, and Sacred Flame is a dex saving throw, does it mean he's like flat-footed, so he's not, like he doesn't have a dex save?
There's no surprise rounds in 5th edition.
Okay.
So that's a bummer, but what essentially happens is those who are surprised do lose. It's essentially the same thing. Doesn't
okay.
But yeah. Okay. So you're still getting your advantage. And what were you asking about flat-footed?
I mean, not flat-footed, but he doesn't know we are attacking until we do. But because Sacred Flame is not a 2-hit, it's a dex save.
Right. Okay.
So I don't know if he's automatically fails or what. Up to you.
Okay. I'll just give him disadvantage on his save.
Okay. It's DC 12.
12. Oh.
Not very high.
He fails.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
All right. Well.
Good. So Sacred Flame.
I have 2 minutes.
Which is radiant damage.
Radiant damage. Okay.
4 points.
4 points. Okay.
Radiant damage.
All right.
Should we pause here?
This would probably be the best place to pause.
Yeah, Russell, is your internet about to cark it?
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. I thought we would get through this a lot faster, and I had every intention of it. But I just
by the way, Smelvet,
what's
your name? What's your name,
Sorry?
Smelvet? What's
Craig.
Craig? Gary?
Craig.
Nice meeting you, Craig. Looking forward to session 4, man.
Yeah, it turns out we're having 4 sessions. Oh my
I can't
God.
believe it's going to be a 4th session. Yeah, Craig, I don't know if I got explained, but Russell's internet dies at 10 o'clock, so there might be.
Yeah, no, he explained it to me. I had a chat with him yesterday. So.
All right.
I mean, if you guys
really...
if you wanted to continue it, we could start again in 30 minutes. You could have a 30
minute. I can't.
That is work.
Yeah, I probably need to call.
Yeah, I've got an early start in the morning.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just figure out when we can
somehow you should try to exercise your computer, my man.
Right. Maybe just roll a bunch of dice before you start.
Oh, no, I think it will reset.